Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tarnation TV's broadcast of the Talladega Nights Racing League special event known as the Manufacturer Team Race, sponsored in part by Nate Balser, in association with PasadoSafehaven.org. I'm not Brad and you're not Blaine.
What is PasadoSafehaven.org?
It is a aminal sanctuary.
Animal.
Aminal. Say it like I'm just a 7-year-old kid. Let's see.
This is Uncle Blaine's Pescetti Hour.
Pescetti. Yes, exactly. No, super cool, though. This is a big event tonight. It'll be a 66-lap main event. I believe they're running 2X. And it will be lottery grid. Do you know what that means?
Say it.
You don't
no,
say.
But I thought I'd say that like yeah. Well, I mean, I'm assuming that it's so you qualify where no qualifications, and then you just everybody just kind of starts where you draw your number.
Yep, you are 100% correct.
All right.
Yeah, so it's a little bit quicker start to the race. That like you said, they will basically throw everybody into a pot. The game will then shake said imaginary pot and spit everybody out onto the train tracks, and away we go, depending on what the game wants to do. So that's always super cool, because qualifying is pretty neat, but then again, the lottery, it definitely lends itself to some, just more randomness, because then you might get guys up front that don't usually qualify up there either, right? So it's a little bit more of a workout to get around those guys because they're not used to that. But it's up to the driver too. If they want to fall to the back, if they're in first and they want to fall to the back on the parade lap, you might see some guys pull out and go to the back. Like I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of being in that front row at the start of the race, so I might opt to pull off to the side. But then again, we're also a full house tonight, so maybe you don't want to be at the back because why go from first to 40th? But then who wants one of these last two pit stalls either? Because that commitment speed line is irrelevant to you if you're in like those first 5 pit stops.
Yeah, and that's the danger zone. That's what we like to call it. I mean, as we like to call it, as of starting right now.
You lose a lot of time.
It's a tricky, tricky spot to be because you got to slow down that much faster, and you got to worry about everybody else piling into you when you're coming up to the pit stop.
Well, and that's the great thing about the technology too, right? Is these guys are all connected through TeamSpeak, so you just got to announce that, like, yo, I'm in like the second pit stall, like second in, like second last pit stall, I guess is what you would say. So yeah, I don't have to hit that. You're hitting that line at 55-mile-an-hour speed limit. You need to be going like 20 or less. So you're slowing down a lot sooner, and you don't want to get run over. So you have to really vocalize that to everybody else on the track.
Nice.
Is Wayne... I'm just reading the chat into the race. Is Wayne Pribnow here tonight? Somebody said, welcome, Wayne. If Wayne Pribnow is here, that'd be cool. I haven't seen him in a while. Who's Wayne? Everybody's welcoming Wayne. I don't see a Wayne. Am I blind?
You're in the race chat.
I'm in the race chat. Yeah, if you're looking for Discord on the race chat. Who is Wayne? I don't see Wayne.
Maybe that's a nickname.
The only Wayne I know is Wayne Pribnow, and I haven't seen him in a long time. But the team's right now, so how tonight's event will work, 66-lap race around Talladega Nights Super Speedway. Number 35. 1 second. I got to see who Wayne is here. It is Wayne Pribnow. Oh, of course he's not in TeamSpeak. It's my first day. Wayne Pribnow is not in TeamSpeak because he can't hear, so what's the point?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's deaf.
Well, there you go.
Hi, Wayne, but I have to type it. 1 second. HIWAYNE. Boom. All drivers in the race tonight will be notified that Wayne Pribnow is racing. Therefore, they need to be texting while driving, pretty much.
Right.
Use your hotkeys, boys, because Wayne needs to read that stuff.
Texting and driving makes this race actually safer.
It does.
Looking in the YouTube chat, we got
Yes.
Ulysses in there bright and early. Friend,
Yep.
thanks for the paint scheme, friend. And I'm assuming he's talking to you because I don't paint for squat. So that's
Yeah.
obviously he's racing under. You painted all the cars tonight. Is the Blaine Donlin 500?
No, it's
nope.
not. Nope. The manufacturer race is 4 teams of 10 drivers each. I painted
I thought
10.
it was the team race.
No, if it
My
was
bad.
the usual team race, I painted all those ones.
That's
This
what I was.
team race is different. The manufacturers, they got Toyota, Chevy, Ford, and Dodge. I painted the Toyotas. I think Frank Divens painted the Fords. Bernie Mobbs painted the Dodges, I think, and I believe that Rodney Sullins painted the Chevys. It doesn't matter. Blaine, Rodney,
All good.
Frank, and Bernie. So this is super cool because there's 4 different painters. We all have our own style, and that'll be pretty neat. So, you know, that's a cool
Awesome.
one because there's 10 drivers per team. So we're going to have 40 people in here, and we might have to go to a shootout to determine the rest of the field because there's a lot of people in here today.
That's a good problem to have. I like that though. It's always when we have to go to the shootouts.
Yeah.
Means we're gonna, unless we start having 2 races and get to that point, then
Yeah.
we need to hire some more broadcasters.
Some of the races are pretty gnarly, man. Like some of them are full, and some of the leagues are very busy. I know the one league, the Fast Renegade League, run by Randall Coleman. Their Daytona 500 will be tomorrow, and they've been qualifying for that the last 2 weeks. Got so many people sign up for that thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a full house
Nice.
over there. They have to run like two initial races, and that's how they fill their grid.
Hey.
And then it gets down to flipping coins. And then of course you have a couple of spare drivers sitting on deck just in case guys can't make it. They can get 40 in that race too. Because I don't know who's broadcasting that. I believe it's JTN. I can't remember. They always try to hold back 2 extra slots for broadcasters. So,
Nice.
I mean, here they have to use 40 on a team race night because it would make the teams uneven.
And it works out because I still can't get this thing to run.
Right, exactly. That's what I told Jeff. I
Anybody out
said,
there?
we only need
Anybody out
one.
there on the YouTube who's got some tips on this? I'm running Windows 11. It's just 130 frames per second. It ran like hot butter, and now I struggle to get over 5 frames a second in a race when I have more than 3 cars in my peripheral. When I'm doing it by myself, I can get 30 frames a second. And 4 gig patch, everything else.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just one day all of a sudden decided that it wouldn't run. Anyways, I won't make it about this, but if there's anybody who's got some ideas, I'm open to hear them because at this point, my only idea is to start broadcasting iRacing because I'm pretty sure my brand new computer will run that, and we know that this one will. I'm just kidding.
It
I
will.
know iRacing.
Mine will.
It's a dirty word around here, but
Yeah.
it worked. We can make it work again, but thoughts, criticisms, or any other thoughts. I already said thoughts, so allow myself to introduce myself and submit your tips.
Yeah, it's getting old games to run on new hardware. It's weird sometimes. There's a lot of weird legacy workarounds you got to do to get these things to work. And
Sure,
of course,
but-
with all the community modifications too, they might not be friendly with a lot of computers either. We've got a
I
couple
wonder.
ideas though. I'm going to send you my executable. I never even thought about that. You're over there pulling your hair out trying to get this thing to run, and I'm like, if I send you my executable, because it's worked forever. Maybe
Right.
that you just downloaded a 4 gig patch that is a little bit suspect. I don't know if more than one exists.
It's interesting, especially with the fact that it was the first game I installed on a brand new laptop, and
Right.
56 to the boot.
it just went flawless. Again, that's the thing. So we'll get it, or we won't, and that's okay too.
Right. One
Yeah.
of these days.
Hey, 56 was
56.
talking to us.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey guys, how's my favorite 2 people in the world?
You
I don't
know.
know. Let me go find them.
Hey.
Hey, listen, we're not going to do a knockout race. I want to give you an update real quick.
Okay.
We had 41, and Jeffrey gave up his seat again. That's the kind of guy I am. So I want everybody to race, and I'm just going to hang out here. I won't say much for a little bit, but I'll bring Nate down here during a little bit of what he's presenting for the race tonight. So just let
Yes.
you know, no knockout.
Okay.
And we'll be going lotto start, and then we'll go right into intros.
Then we got 66 laps at 2X.
Correct.
Nice.
So right
Which
now we're
puts a
just
fuel
getting
window 20 to 25-ish, right?
I think so. Yeah, somewhere around there. I've run so many 3X, I kind of forget what the 2X is all about, but I think you're right on there, Blaine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just want to give you get up there, make sure everybody's together, ready to roll, and I'll be back in contact with you. I'm sure we're live air, correct?
Yes.
Right now. Hope
Certainly
everybody's enjoy themselves. Welcome to Talladega Nights and Tarnation TV. And I'll let you get back to do what you're doing. Let me just get this race started for you guys and go up there, and we'll get you up here shortly, okay?
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
All right, buddy.
That's good.
All right. Yeah. So we will be talking to Nate Balser shortly. He's going to pop down in here during happy hour and explain the sanctuary that he deals with there. PosatoSafeHaven.org. So Nate, we're not cheap here at Tarnation TV, especially for special events. Our rate goes up, so it cost Nate about $862 to hire us today for a couple hours.
Every penny.
It is. It is.
When he sees the new furs that we bought and the diamonds, I think he's going to be impressed. The money went to a good cause.
Yeah.
Fur, of course. Fake fur. We would never wear like the cruelty-free fake fur. 100%.
Right.
But we still got to look good.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, exactly.
This race first. That wouldn't go over very well.
No, that would not.
Synthetic, if you will, right? How about that? Yeah.
It's cool too because we, Shelly and I, we volunteered at a sanctuary as well, which is kind of cool. So we're all animal lovers here, so that'd be cool to talk to Nate about that. They're in happy hour right now, and it looks like we'll just look at something other than that static racing screen, see if these guys are ripping around the track here, getting warmed up. Focus there on the 17 Ford, and Gary Mingus driving that thing this evening. It looks like they might be resetting again. Yeah, maybe. It is a lottery, so they will not be doing qualifying. We'll skip right to the race and see how the see how the game decides where they,
Ship man, 56 to the booth.
Hey, now, go ahead.
Can you throw me the ladder, please? You're way up there. What are you doing way up there?
We're up in the sky today. We upgraded from the picnic table to the tower. It's been freshly renovated. The tower was under reno.
I don't even think this is a tower. It's like a treehouse, like 6 feet up above ground. But it's higher than the picnic table. That's true. Anyways,
right?
Hey, these guys, these 40 kick-ass, turbo solid, kick-ass drivers that I dearly love them all for 2.5 years. They've been a great family, great friends. I want to say thank you guys when you hear this. Thanks for coming out for 2.5 years. My day's coming to an end here at Talladega Nights, and great new leaders taking over. But thank you. It's an honor to watch all these guys. Are you ready to go meet them?
Yeah, man. We're doing driver intros.
Yes, sir.
Let's do it.
All right, Brad. Love you, man. I'll take some muffins, a little chocolate milk. I'll be back.
You've seen a bit.
He's Jeffrey's very demanding.
I know, he doesn't even ask anymore. He just said, all right.
There you go.
That's all good.
Good luck.
The Fords, Rodney Sullins did the Chevys, Blaine did the Toyotas, and what's his name? Bernie Mobbs did the Dodge.
Good evening, guys. How you doing tonight? Live on Tarnation TV. So this will be a fun day today. Another team race, another manufacturer special event. And are we starting from the top of the entries list? I would imagine Frank Divins will be going first.
No, qualifying.
Qualifying. Boom. There it is. Ken Huntsberry in the 29. It's all yours.
Roger that. Thank you there, Blaine. This is the 29 Dodge Racing Team, KD Huntsberry from Orrington, Maine. I'd like to give a big shout out to Nate Balser for sponsoring this race, and the painter Bernie for painting the cars. They look fantastic. And for Jeff and all the admins there, you're doing a great job, man. Thank you. Good luck, guys.
Starting P2 out of Lewis, Delaware, representing the red, and I mean flaming red, Chevys. Number 36, Greg Palmer. Good luck, guys. Thanks, Nate, for representing.
Starting in the third position in the 17 car,
Ford Mustang dark horse is Gary Mingus. My good lucks go out to all the other guys in my team. Thank you, Jeff, Ken, everybody that's worked to put this event together. This is the premier event for NASCAR 2003. And Blaine, I'm real proud of the fact that you're going to be broadcasting it.
Starting P419 Ford Mustang Team 4, Brian Rawson, Heath, Texas. Thanks, Nate, and everybody helps put this on.
Starting fifth in the number 11 Ford Mustang, painted by Frank Divins, Craig Hagley out of Canadian Valley, West Virginia. Thank you, Nate, for putting on a race, and let's go Team Ford.
Starting sixth, the 49 of Zach Robertson, the Team Toyota. I want to give a big shout out to my team. Good luck tonight, guys. Thank you, Jeff, for putting this on. Thanks for my friends for watching the race. Good luck, guys. Be safe. Boogity, boogity, boogity.
Starting seventh, driving the number 16 Dark Horse Mustang, Mark Paglia from Gainesville, Georgia. Thank Nate Balser for putting this on for us, but thanks.
Starting in number 8 position, number 33 red Chevrolet manufacturer car, Keith Bynum from Austell, Georgia. Just say hey to my mother. Good luck to everybody, and thank you for all the good times racing with everybody. It ain't nothing like getting together and racing with friends. Good luck.
Starting ninth, number 40, Ken Roberts and Team Toyota. Good luck to everybody, and thank you, Nate.
11th position, number 22, Bob Dixon from Macon, Georgia. Want to thank Nate and the admins, everybody. Have a good race.
Number 10, number 35, Wayne Pribnow out of Wisconsin.
Starting 12th is Chris Elliott out of Mooresville, North Carolina. For Team Dodge, the black and yellow cars, I want to thank Bernie Mobbs for the paints and my wife for letting me race. Thank you, Nate, for sponsoring this race. And a big thank you to my brother, Jeffrey Elliott, and all the drivers out here tonight. Thanks a lot. Let's have a good race.
Starting in 13th in the 25 Dodge. Want to just thank all you drivers for coming out. I want to give a shout out to my beautiful wife, Bonnie, and anybody that might be watching this. And good luck, teammates, and let's go.
Starting 14th, Alex Moe, Southern California, driving the 32 Team Chevrolet. Special thanks to Nate and for sponsoring this and all the admins for organizing it. Good luck.
Starting 15th from Big Stone Gap, Virginia, in the Dodge, where the races are made.
Starting 16th, the number 12, Greg Lovell from Big Stone Gap, Virginia. I'd like to say thank you, Nate, for sponsoring the race. And I'd like to give a shout out to Frank Dibbins for the paint scheme. Thank you, Jeffrey, and everybody else for what you do. Let's have fun tonight, guys. Good luck.
Starting 17th, Brian Lovell from Big Stone Gap, Virginia. Thank you guys for painting these team cars and putting this on, and good luck to my teammates.
Starting 18th in Team Dodge, number 23, Eric Lovell. Shout out to Tarnation TV, all you admins, Nate. Let's have a good race, guys.
Starting 19th, Stephen Brandstetter, driving the 14 Team Ford, painted by Frank Divins. I'd like to thank Nate Balser for putting this on. Thank you, guys.
Starting 20th, and number 26 for Team Dodge is Graham McDonald from Sarnia, Ontario. Good luck, everybody.
Starting in 21st, the 42 car, Ulysses Ulysses the Papi Sandoval. A big shout out to Jeffrey Elliott for all the commitment you have for this series. A big shout out to Nate Balser. Thanks for sponsoring this race. And also for Blaine for painting a Toyota for us. Good luck, everybody. Let's put up a great show.
Starting 22nd, Gary Heiser out of Mount Strong, Kentucky, driving for Team Dodge. Big shout out to Nate for sponsoring us, and thanks to the Elliott for all they've done for us for this week.
Starting 23rd, driving the Bowtie Brigade, number 38,
Team Chevrolet. Thanks to Jeff and Chris Elliott's, Nate for sponsoring this, Tarnation TV, and all the painters, all the admins. Thank you.
Starting 24th, number 10 Ford Mustang Dark Horse. This is Frank Divins from Sun City Center, Florida. I want to thank Nate for putting out the money for this, Jeffrey for putting it up, and Blaine for broadcasting it. Go Team Ford.
Open mic, Jim Black.
Nate Balser starting 39 for Team Chevrolet. Like to thank Tarnation TV and Jeffrey Elliott, and a special shout out to Pasado Safe Haven and Adoption for all you guys do. Like to thank Jerry and Kathy, Sister Lisa, my wife and daughters. Thank you guys for watching, and good luck, guys.
Starting 26 in the number 44 Toyota Camry, painted by Blaine, the paint can Donlin. Shout out to Nate. Thanks for putting this on, buddy, and let's have a great job. Shout out to Bob Dixon for Mr. Factoids.
Starting 27th, driving the number 47 green Toyota Camry for Team Toyota. Shout out to Jeff, Ken for putting everything on, Nate Balser for the sponsorship. Let's go, team.
This is James Blackman, number 13 from Shermansdale, Pennsylvania. I want to thank Frank for the Ford. I want to wish my Ford team the best of luck, and everybody else that has done everything to get this race going and all this whole season. Good luck, everybody.
Rolling off 29th is the 28 Grant Wesley from Princeton, Indiana, driving a number 28 Bernie Paints Rockstar Energy Dodge Challenger. Good luck, guys.
Starting 30th, 21, Robert Breedlove.
'31st.
Josh.
31st, number 46, Josh Slocum.
Kelly Causey from Agricola, Mississippi, be starting 32nd in the 30 Red Team Chevrolet, painted by Rodney the Paint Master Sullins. I'd like to say a big thanks to my bud Nate Balser for sponsoring this race. Thank you, bud.
Number 41, Team Toyota, Jason Shuck, Sycamore, Illinois. Shout out to Nate and the admins for putting us on.
Starting 35th, number 43, Perry Bond, out of Virginia.
Starting 36th in the number 45 Toyota, painted by Blaine. Thank Nate for the sponsorship to get us the race going today. Thanks all the admins. Hey, let's go, guys. Team Toyota, let's get it done. Good luck, guys.
Starting in 37th, driving the number 18, Mike Mangialardi out of Federoy, Washington. Thanks to Frank Givens for the nice Ford Mustang. And shout out to my friends watching at the Rainier Room tonight. And let's go, Team Ford.
John Godfrey, number 34, Team Chevy Camaro, rolling off from the outsider, row 19.
Starting 39th, Bob Seminara in the Team Chevy 31, painted by Mr. Rodney, Mobs Motors. Shout out to Nate and all the others responsible. We're going to go from the back to the front here.
Starting shotgun on the field, Bobby Farrell, Frederica, Delaware. In the number 15 Ford Performance Ford Mustang.
Awesome,
Thanks,
guys. Thanks for showing up tonight. This is a full house, as always. Going to be a riot to call this thing. So good luck to everybody involved. Let's have an awesome race.
Thanks, Blaine.
Thanks, Blaine. Love you, man. Thank you, Blaine.
Thank you, Blaine.
Blaine the paint can Donlin.
I love you, man.
Thanks, Blaine.
Oh, man. You there?
Oh, yeah.
So, Doug Hewlett gave me a new nickname. You hear that one?
I didn't know. The booth's pretty quiet. I'm in like the isolation booth on that game show when you answer the questions and I have to sit in those chamber. I wasn't watching it on YouTube though.
Hey, are you ready? Are you ready? We're ready for the man himself, Mr. Nate.
Blaine the Paint Can Donlin, by the way, was the that's the one that he gave me there. But anyway, yes, let's go to Nate. Where is he? Oh, he's right here. Go ahead, Nate.
Nate, you got a copy. We brought you up to the booth. We want you to talk about your your sponsorship tonight, and you got a few minutes to do so.
Got a copy.
You got a copy?
Yeah, 10-4. I got a copy.
Yeah, we might be having some glitches. Yeah, we just want to talk to the broadcasters about your sponsorship tonight. If you have anything you'd like to say about that.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Pasado Safe Haven for all they do. They do a wonderful thing for a lot of animals. They take care of them, take them in, give them medical treatment, and find good, hopefully forever homes for them. They've been at it a while, and I'm glad to follow them and support all they do. It's a really great organization, and so check out their website and donate if you can.
Yeah, we got their website on the broadcast the whole night, man. So do you physically go to these people? Like, or are you close to them?
Yeah, they're actually not too far from here. I believe about 20 miles from here. It's a we kind of live in kind of a wooded, foresty kind of region, I guess you would say, and it's kind of set back, and it just looks like a kind of like a little farm or something like that. And you can literally see all different kinds of animals. You can go up and just hang out with them, pet them, and they're pretty friendly and lovable, and they appreciate it. And the staff and all that, they're great. It's a great place to just spend part of the day and just kind of enjoy it.
Yeah, the wife and I, we volunteer at a farm sanctuary here close to us, and it's super cool hanging out with all the different animals and stuff. It's always a cool time.
Yeah, it's good little different way to kind of spend your day,
Yeah, go hang out with some goats and some cows and some guinea hens and some sheep and whatever else they seem to have at these places. It's unfortunate that it's unfortunate they have to exist, but it's awesome that they do exist, the farm sanctuary stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. It's both sides of the coin there. It's very true. So it's good that there's a good side to it. And it's a really good thing that there's people like that step up and run an organization like that. These people do it. It's just it's really a wonderful thing.
On their website there, that pasadosafehaven.org, do they have like donation links and stuff and people can send money if they want to?
They absolutely do. Right on their website, there's a link that says donate, and it just, the donation goes a long way, and they appreciate it, the staff, and I guess if the animals could say thanks, they would.
It's funny, like we helped on the farm, cleaning up the farm, whatever. But then we also came down on like hay day because, she'd get enough donations to buy a truckload of hay. And the hay guy would give her a wicked deal too, because he's kind of like, he's not going to do it for free, but he's also going to give you he's only going to charge you like a quarter the amount, so she could buy like an entire truckload of hay, but then, how are you going to unload it? So we go down there and bale some hay into the barns and stuff so she can feed hay and straw so she can feed them and do all that stuff too. So it's like when you said your money goes a long way, it does, because it's buying food, it's buying tools, it's buying all kinds of different stuff.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And especially if you love the farm life and all that, it's kind of an extra plus,
Yeah.
And, like you say, the hauling and the shoveling the hay and all that, grab your pitchfork, and it's a good workout, good for a good cause.
Yeah, how many different animals do they have? Do they have everything there? Like dogs, horses, all that stuff?
Everything. It's great. I mean, they got the whole thing. So it's not just dogs and cats, They got the whole thing there. And the main thing, they're really concentrated lately, from what I noticed, on adoption and just really seeking those forever homes. And kind of like a petting zoo for the rest of them.
Right. Yeah. The big stuff. That's the thing. Like it's weird to see like a dairy cow can actually live out its life on a sanctuary, and be 40 years old.
Absolutely. And I don't know. It's, without sounding kind of too much of a, I don't know, over softy. You can go up and give the cow a hug or whatever, and you can see that they actually appreciate the affection and the emotion. You you just get to see things and kind of just from a different way, I guess.
Yeah, I used to, when we were up there, when COVID hit, they shut it down as a sanctuary just because it was a lot of work, and they'd rather just keep it private now. But it was neat being up there, especially like in the horse pen, because I was the guy who would I'd go running around the horse pen, and I'd have my Spotify playing, not with earphones on because I want to hear what's around me, but it'd be neat to see, you throw on some Black Sabbath and the horse is kind of standing there staring at me because he can hear it. It's in my pocket. I'm like, what's up, Griffin? Because the horse's name was Griffin, the one that always seemed to like the music. And he'd just kind of come up and give me a bump sometimes, eh? And then he'd go for a rip around the field. And, the animals are gigantic. And then they've also got, from horses right down to cats. But you never felt like you were in danger.
Exactly, yeah. Hey, Griffin, here's some Sabbath for you, bud.
Yeah, it was I just have my playlist rolling and be like, heavy metal guy out here shoveling, the stuff into a wheelbarrow. And the horse seemed kind of interested in the tunes that were coming out of my pocket. But yeah, man, it's a lot of fun hanging out with animals in an environment like that. It's pretty cool, the personalities they all have.
And they can hear it.
Yeah, they know. They understand. But yeah, man, thanks again for sponsoring the broadcast, of course, for an excellent cause as well. So we'll be watching you out there today. It looks like you guys getting ready to go to the race.
Get 10-4 in that. Thank you, Brad, Jeff, and Jeffrey, and for your production. Thanks for everything you guys do. We'll see if we can get this number 39 up front.
Now I got to look for the 39. There you go, like this. Yeah. I got to go Nate equals 39. Everybody else,
39 would be a red Chevy, I believe. But, I love you, Nate. Good luck out there. Thanks for the sponsorship, man. Go out and have a good time with the boys tonight. To everybody, I'll miss them. I'll see them tomorrow night. And I blank excellence. Good luck out there, buddy.
You got it. Thanks a lot, Jeffrey. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Nate. Good luck.
All right, buddy. Good night.
Thanks a lot.
Good luck.
Yeah, so like you'll see on the broadcast tonight, too, is... Oh, we're going to get ready to go racing here, so I got to get in and shut my car down. Give me a second here. So what you will notice... Oh, what are we doing here? We're trying to find... Okay, they're doing they will be doing a full pace lap. So we'll have a couple minutes to... if we can, run through the field. But first, we should probably go to Nate's whole family. He not only sponsored the race, but they also do the Grand Marshal stuff.
Welcome to Talladega Nights Super Speedway, one of the fastest tracks around. Presented by Talladega Nights Racing League and brought to you by Tarnation TV. Drivers, start your engines!
All right. Thank you to the Nate Balser family for the Grand Marshal duties for this evening. And you will notice the cars, green, yellow, blue, and red, 10 drivers in each one. You also see the numbering sequence. So if you are curious who is on what team, we've got, let's see, okay, so any car that how do I not have the 19? I don't know how that worked. But any car that starts with a 1, that's the blue Ford team. Any car that starts with a 2, that's the yellow Dodge team. Any car that, of course, starts with a 3 is the red Chevy team. And then the green Toyota team starts with the number 4s. So you could tell on the ticker above, scrolls across the top of the broadcast, who's on what team and who their teammates with, just on the first number on the car. So that's how we kind of... It's good for the drivers, too, because all the drivers are used to their own numbers, right? So in this race, they're not in their own cars. But then, who's on my team? I'm like, well, if you're number 33 and all the guys in the 30 series are on your team.
Oh,
that is not good for Ken Huntsberry. He's still here.
That was a big dropout. Like, that was about 4 or 5 seconds.
Yeah. He might have just dipped down there to the sausage cart and got some street meat before the race goes green.
It could have been. Like, you know what? Now's the time. And it is.
The lottery qualifying put all the blues and yellows up front. All the green guys are in the back.
Right? Random.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have let us. They shouldn't have been able to hand us money while we were operating the randomizer.
Yes, the randomness of the randomizer was definitely flawed on that one. I don't know how.
Right.
I don't know why I'm missing the blue 19, but the generic is blue, so that's cool.
There we are.
It looks
You know
different,
what?
but not that much.
At least everyone's able to tell.
You got a rundown on the YouTube chat as Huntsbury and Palmer take us around lap 1.
Let me take a peek here. Holy cow! There's a whole bunch of stuff in there.
That's why I called you. I didn't want to do it.
No, that's all right. I can't read that much. I'm not going to go over it. But we got people cheering on Roberts there, and Zach saying thanks to Alex and Peyton. Keith Bynum, we got some fan clubs in there. Javier is saying thanks for the paint scheme. And let's see. Yeah, another Grant Wesley's shout out to Nate for sponsoring the race tonight, which is awesome. Same with Jeff too. Nate, and Tarnation TV gets a shout out as well, and all 40 of the drivers.
Nice
of Jeff to step down for to let him in. 3 wide already as I'm reading this. I can see that.
Dude.
And then Larry on the last of it, they're just saying good luck to all the drivers out there tonight. So back to the race and seeing like the race happened while I was in the YouTube chat here.
Right.
I went to the comments and a race broke out.
Right. Lap number 1. Ken will get credit for lap number 1, leading that one. Look at this cluster. These guys don't waste any time. They are big fans of Talladega. They know how to get around it, so they can get out 3 wide pretty quick. It's a big track. What's the math on 66 laps? How many miles?
Oh, that's 1,000? 0.2? The 0.2 is the...
That's the big one. 66 times 2.66 equals.
Oh, no. Oh,
gracious.
Damage off? Yeah, my word.
Wow. I wonder, did they take the yellow?
Somebody just went hard sideways there. Like their wheel locked up or...
That's one word for it. We're going to rewind that.
I don't want to call it sabotage.
Sabotage.
I'm not it out yet either.
Holy moly, it was most of the field, dude.
Well, yeah, no, there was the center lane went a hard 90. What do the kids call that? Cranking 90s? Just like killing people in Fortnite, I guess. I don't know that.
Yeah.
That's a term that I heard, but I don't know what it means. But anyways, he cranked a hard 90 and watch, right there. But maybe there was a slight push. I didn't see exactly what happened. All of a sudden, I just saw someone go sideways, perpendicular to everybody else, and go, wait a minute.
Yeah, that was not fun.
I don't think you're supposed to be facing that way.
No. We're going to rewind it here.
The front fell off. That's not supposed to happen.
Let's do this and rewind. We're going to need a bird's eye view of the front straightaway here. We'll put it in slow motion 1 tick so I can follow this a little better with the slow motion camera.
Already there, yeah.
There we got cars on their roofs. And that was a big one. That would definitely be the big one. And it happened, unfortunately, on the start of lap 3. Let me see here. We'll get on one of those guys that was involved in it and see if we can see exactly where it happened. The smoke came out at a turn. Was it at a turn? It must have been in this nugget right here.
It's right here.
I'll kick it into slow-mo when I see a guy go sideways here. Somebody got out of shape coming out of the tri-oval, I think. Nope, they're out of the tri-oval. They're going into the starting blocks here. Oh, weird.
Right?
Yeah,
right
it looks
there.
like the 17. I mean, they're right on each other, too. You can see how close they are, and they just got out of line. That's Team Blue.
Oh, so he caught on the bumper.
Just barely, though. Focused on Ross, and yeah, damage is definitely on. The 36 just got obliterated.
Yeah, they ate the fence hard there.
Yeah. There's a lot of cars involved in this. I will make sure that the yellow flag guy is down the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. He's just signifying that there is indeed an accident.
Just say, hey, I'm not sure if you saw this or not. That red car, in fact, should not be wheels up.
Yeah, the one that's currently I'm on fire. That happens on
32,
Thursdays.
I think it was.
I think it was, yeah. We'll just keep scrubbing through this replay here.
Does anybody make it through unscathed? I don't know if there's any real hero driving here. Is there? There's got to be.
Who's that in the 36? 36 is... Oh, it's Greg Palmer.
And the flaming hot red.
Yeah, what did he say? Let's go on board here with Greg.
Sure is a nice day for a drive. Oh.
Yeah, that car's done.
Not my hood.
He's actually stuck in the catch fence. Rodney Sullen's paints.
Maybe
he didn't retire. He got the toe.
Flatten that hood up.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. It is possible.
Take it right off.
It could be possible.
That's a gnarly hood. I don't know if I've ever seen one like that. I think it's a shortened front end. That's also just.
It's
you know
crushed.
what? I don't. When
look at the flared out tires. The door is so smashed in that you can actually. That's like illegal fender flaring in Canada. They would pull you over for that.
Yeah, you got some tire poke there, bud. You know why I pulled you over? Hey.
Yeah.
It
looks like a dune buggy that belongs on the Baja.
He's got that.
Oh, they got her running again. So Greg will be back on track with no hood.
The door.
They fixed the doors, but they couldn't fix the front. That's the most important part. Obviously, because his aerodynamics are going to be absolutely shot.
But yeah, he's going to need to catch a drift.
Anybody who's new to NASCAR, this is not what they're supposed to look like.
The front is definitely not supposed to fall off.
No. It keeps the engine cool, though.
Right.
All right. Well, that's unfortunate for Mr. Palmer.
Do we have any... What are the casualties from that?
Showing me Wayne Pribnow is out with an engine header, so we could actually... Are we still lights flashing here? If we are still lights flashing here, we can go see what took Wayne out. We are still lights flashing, so let's go see. Could get back on Wayne. Oh, it looks like this is a replay right now. It looks like Wayne went... I don't know what happened there. He did take... It looks like there's damage on the car.
Okay, yeah.
He was one of them that got caught in that too, that string. Oh, he also got up into the fence.
Not too bad.
Not too bad, actually. I wonder why he retired. He didn't even really get hit. Like he did. I mean, he hit the wall and he was dragging the fence a little bit, but looking at that,
compared to what Palmer went through, that wouldn't have been.
You know, he scrapes the roof on the fence. No hit there.
Yep.
Little bump there. Missed that one pretty much. Unfortunately, it has engine header, so you know what that means. It probably means that the engine actually let go.
In the collision, you think? Or would it have been just an engine failure that was...
It's possible that it happened after. Like maybe he went into the pits and got repairs and then it came out and then it let go. Because if it's reporting engine header, that means the engine actually failed. So that damage caused his engine to fail.
Oh, so they would be related. So like the cause of the crash could be tied to the engine. I just
yeah.
Okay.
It could cause it to overheat.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
I'm surprised. I mean, Palmer's the one to watch. I mean, he's got some major front end damage. If any car was going to have an engine problem, it would be Greg.
His rad is pushed back on like a Unless that's the way NASCAR rads are, but I've never seen it without the hood on. It looks like it's back on about a 30-degree angle. And maybe that even helps it a little bit. It gets the wind blowing right direct. I don't know. As a mechanic, I can't speak to that. But
It does look like it's twisted underneath.
it looks like it's, yeah, he's got like a little bit of, at least the air, if it can't go over the hood, it can go under the rad.
Yeah, push it under the car.
To get down. So you get some updraft on the car. The front end feels a little bit light.
Yeah, something's going on over here. I'm not getting the grip on the front tires. So we're going to stay locked on Greg because I'm assuming. I mean, he's in the middle of the pack. He might be all right.
He's going to try and stay close to the guy in front of him as he can. He'll be all right, I believe.
And that 12 behind him in the blue car, that's Greg Lovell. So if you want anybody pushing you with force, Greg knows how to do it.
Green, green, green.
Greg's giving him lots of space, though.
Yep. Yellow's got a pretty good position after that. Team Yellow. I'll refer to them as that because I forgot what their other one was.
Yeah, Greg's going to yield.
Yes, even if he was close enough, he'd still be. Wouldn't be enough to keep him up to speed. Too much.
No. Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, even in the draft, that's a tough one. We'll focus on Denny Carroll as he got credit for leading that lap. In the 24 car there, Team Yellow, Dodge Challengers.
Nice. Good to see Denny at the front. Not unusual to see him up there, but he's had some bad luck in the last handful of races. Last season there was some, he was doing good, and then whether it be the accident a couple times or just.
I just saw a comment there in the YouTube from Ray Hill, like, wow, another truck race. Did you see the Daytona truck race yesterday? Any of the replays?
No, I didn't, honestly.
That's what it looked like.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. In real life, it's a wreck fest.
I just thought I thought that either you or I had perhaps called cars trucks because we've been called trucks. And so I thought maybe that was like a shot at, like, hey, you called them the wrong name. I didn't realize that was a reference to. Okay, good. So,
yeah,
I know
Daytona
cars are usually
weekend.
not a problem. Calling trucks cars is usually what we do. Or
right.
I do for sure.
No, I do it all the time.
Cars.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Did Chris get that lap? He did. So Chris led the last two laps just at the last second there. That 40 car, Ken Roberts on the high side.
Right. Look at Tarnation TV making a big push on the green team.
The R-rated Tarnation TV Turbo cars and
that's the turbos.
Oh yeah.
Would you look at that shit? I mean, that's turbo stuff. Would you look at that stuff? We'll edit that before that'll work. Look at that.
It's glorious, isn't it?
Look at Splatoon. You're familiar with the game Splatoon for Nintendo? It's like a paint. It's a shooter, but it's the paint. You can cover as much enemy territory in their color, ink or paint, I guess what it is. But it's very similar, like to the splash graphics on the side of the car, and even the colors aren't unlike it too. I'm like, I wondered if you saw that, and there was some.
Inspired by Ken Block's Gymkhana stuff is how I painted the car, because that, like, the extreme sports style of like graffiti style, just everything looks kind of messy and super vibrant. That's where I got the idea for that. Marky Mark up front here in the 16, Mark Paglia, the lone blue car in a sea of black and yellow and green. Mark's got one teammate back there in the 12, and that's Greg Lovell.
Yeah.
You got a hop there. It looks very like you got a good run coming out of that corner. That doesn't happen very much at Talladega. Look at the Team Black Challengers are ganging up on him. Looks like some trouble in the back there. Green is still up.
But they're together, right? Look at 6 in a row. That's amazing. They've got the big line there. So if they're all in, are they on team? They're on the team speak, right? Yeah, everyone's in their separate rooms. So I like the way they're organizing.
But everybody will have
one big.
Yeah, they're all in one main room because you need to hear like the pit stop sequences and stuff. But they do have each other on a whisper channel. So the blue team would have a blue team button. You have a button for the room and a button for your team. It looked like there was some stuff going on at the back there, but it looks like it got sorted out. No yellow flag.
in your messenger, I just sent you an image of what your paint scheme reminded me of on South Park. I don't know if you're familiar with this episode.
Yes.
The guy Mintberry Crunch. He was like the worst superhero. That's what I thought of when I first saw that, the pink, white, and the I'm like,
I should put that on
Mintberry
there.
Crunch.
Mintberry Patch. Ah, God damn it. I love that Taylor Swift picture that somebody posted. The screen was split in half. Didn't know she was Canadian. Oh, hey, buddy. I'm not your buddy guy. I'm not your guy, buddy.
Team Mintberry Crunch. I don't know. That's what
I think
I'm
we
like,
need
I'm
to
trying
do
to
that.
place that. That's fantastic.
Well, see, and then for the ALS race that's coming up, we were thinking of like, we don't want to put any real sponsors on the cars, so we should have Team Mintberry Crunch.
Right, might as well.
Yeah. And like,
have some fun with it.
No made by Jen, like do that type of stuff.
Sure. That'd be huge. She's should be blowing up on the
$50
Instagram.
a car, I think.
Is it?
It's all donated. It's all donated to ALS. Everything. Speaking of that,
good. Well, that's a good cause. You gonna race? Oh, you're broadcasting that one, or you?
Yes, we are broadcasting that one. Yes. So tomorrow, here on Tarnation TV, same time, around 9 o'clock, we will be live at SMO Racing Simulations for their tribute race. Hashtag KenStrong7. It's for Kenny Tedder. A tribute to Kenny Tedder, a fallen driver over there. Tribute race for him. It'll be the fourth. I think it's the fourth one they're doing. First one we're doing will be at Daytona Super Speedway. So that'll be a lot of fun over there at SMO tomorrow night. They will be racing here, but Chris and Jamie, they got a hold of us about 4 or 5 months ago and booked this race in. So it's a very important race for them to honor Kenny Tedder and the number 7.
Right.
So join us here
Somber
tomorrow.
occasion, but
Yep,
you know what?
it'll be
You
a
come
good
together
race.
and have some good times, and we got some good memories. And remember that time he caused that wreck, or whatever. Maybe he didn't cause a wreck, but you know, like it's just to reminisce and tell some stories. Maybe tell a few guys, and
well, we
that's
talk
what I hope
about
people do for me. But like, you know, just punch it up a little bit. And,
Do you
like,
remember
yeah, he was like the strongest guy I knew. Or if it wasn't, but
yeah.
you can lie about me. I won't mind.
Oh yeah, he really made a mean pulled pork sandwich.
Right? That guy couldn't cook. I know, but listen.
It doesn't matter. Just say it anyway. What are you going to do? Everybody loves a good pulled pork sandwich.
Right. You endeared him to the whole crowd. Yeah.
Grant Wesley back in the front there. But yeah, that'll be a fun race. Daytona International Super Speedway with the SMO guys. We'll see if they steal any of the I'm on Fire guys, because we usually broadcast I'm on Fire on Sundays. So we'll see if we see any familiar faces in that tribute race.
That's the one trivia race we did before, obviously as somber as it was, but it was cool getting to hear stories about him, even though we didn't know him. But
yeah,
it's always interesting to like even with the coach race we did for Joey Santamont, right, stuff like that. I didn't know nothing about him before that, but it was cool to hear. Sounds like quite a character, and so you know what, it's they bring everybody together, good racing and some good fellowship as well, and just
it's super cool that we can do that in such an old simulator, but the thing's great. So, you know, why not? A lot of people play it, have played it, come and go, and that'd be cool. So yeah, join us tomorrow night about 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern. We'll be doing it all over again from Daytona with SMO, and then the next Sunday after that, we're back at the I'm on Fire series, and that race will be sponsored by Mark Paglia. That will be on the 25th of February. The Muscle Car Therapy 125. Super small graphic up there that you probably can't read, but don't worry about it. When you tune into the Muscle Car 125, that thing will be gigantic right across the whole screen. So we'll worry about that when they're paying for it. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. This is what you get for free.
Right. We're not there yet.
Just a little taste of it.
Yeah. Just a tickle.
Red teams found each other nicely here, and they're holding down that bottom line pretty good.
It's amazing how fast it changes, because now it's, you know, Denny Carroll's the only black car up there, and Grant fell back to about 10th. Within the
The
span
Green's
of a
been
lap or
shuffling
two.
back and forth, and now they
Mhm.
just found from. Well, I was going to say from second to sixth, but I guess from anywhere from second till 10th at that spot. But holding that line, yeah, Denny Carroll's driving like 3 lanes wide up the front too. No one's getting around him, even for all they're trying.
Yeah, and I think too, we've talked about this team race thing too, like how you want to finish. You don't really want to finish one after the other like that. Like at the end of the race, to gain the most points, you want to be beside each other as a team. So you have row 1 and row 2 and row 3 for optimum points. Because right now, you're giving points back and forth, right? Like the
But
first
it
car
makes
would be
more
in
sense,
first,
'cause,
but
yeah,
then
if
the
you're-
fifth car would be in 11th. So you actually want to try to pass each other on the last lap so you can all be beside each other and gather position
I
1, 2,
agree,
3,
right.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Get all the points.
Keep them all there, yeah.
Mhm. And stay tuned to Tarnation TV also, because after the race is over, of course, it's unofficial. The admins will run through the replay. They'll finalize the points, tally all the team points up into one, and then whichever team has the most points, obviously, will win this race. So we will focus on the winner of the race, not necessarily the team. Like I said, as long as these guys can all find each other. Unfortunately, we have Wayne Pribb now, retired. Greg Palmer, retired. And Keith Bynum, retired. And they are all part of Team Red.
That's going to put a dent in there. But, I mean, still, the red remaining drivers, I mean, they're all good. But, obviously, these guys are holding the front of the pack, too. They grouped up. They're no strangers with, like, they were running 4 nose to nose there. And I'm sure you couldn't get a sheet of paper between the bumpers.
No. I mean, you think,
So-
too, if there's still 6 or 7 Reds left, if they get position 1 to 7, they could still win on total
Oh,
points
absolutely.
accumulated, right? If they can be at the front, if they can pull it off, They all got to be together at the end.
We have to be nearing a pit stop pretty quick here, no? What was the last yellow, lap 4?
The accident, about
5?
lap 4, 5, and then we're going to see about a 20 to 25 lap window on this multiplier tonight. So thinking
it's
lap
2 times,
30,
right?
yeah,
Sorry, that's
probably
fine. So
around
it's-
lap 30.
Gotcha. Yes, that's kind of throwing me for a loop because we haven't done that before. I don't think, not in some time, anyways. 2 times.
Yeah, the 2 times has been a while, but it's a 66 lap race, so they can get a little bit more out of it. 3x on a
That's
66 would be kind of cool.
Yeah,
There's-
just a little more.
There's photographic evidence on screen right now of what your commentators look like.
Yes.
Oh, we've got some takers. Okay, we were completely wrong.
Oh yeah. Ooh, hot.
Hot diggity.
Coming in. I wonder what. Obviously, they got a.
My camera
strategy?
got moved.
I don't know.
It's been my
Yeah,
camera.
sorry.
moved.
I spilt the drinks on the keyboard before, and then I wiped it off. And I knew I hit a button, but I didn't know which one.
Right.
That was obviously
What's the matter?
the drone button. Just
So we're on
Put it back
spectator
where you
view
found
right
it.
now. We'll see here who is. Well, actually, you know what? We'll go back to pit 1. No, pit 2. See if we got any takers. Couple more. Don't know who they are. Interesting. Okay, so we've got cars going in at lap like 21, 22. So this is going to really open up the pit window then. I wonder
would
if these
think
guys
so,
are running the
because-
numbers because they know they probably need to pit at least one more time to be able to get to the end. I mean, I would think they have to pit maybe even 2 more times, depending exactly what they're getting out of these tanks.
Well, so you're saying if it's 25 per tank, then yeah, at least.
Yeah, you have to pit one more time at least. A lot of different strategies here. We've only got 2 guys peeling off again.
This has been the race conclusion of our broadcasting because now it's all mixed up and we don't know what's happening anymore. So
Right.
we'll be silent as you try to figure it out along at home.
Right. If you know what's going on, feel free.
To the drivers, I'd like to give a great big F you for mixing it all up.
Yeah, way to go, guys.
Thanks for making it impossible to keep up now.
There's the green 49 of Zach Roberts. He got credit for that last lap. Leading that last lap, Zach Roberts.
Anybody? Good.
Here they come. There's a big pack coming here.
Oh, yikes. We're below the line, so
not
that's
too
not
bad.
the...
A couple of them taking damage. Won't be any yellow because it all happened off the racing line.
I wonder if this was discussed almost before, like, you know what, we should all stop at 24. It's just, because, I don't know, there's no real reason for them to be doing it if they could still get another almost 10 laps or more out of them.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, there's a lot of different strategies, and this is lap number, what, like 25, 26 for the majority of this.
I guess we'll see.
It is doing Kelly Causey as the leader of that last lap. He is also due for some fueling. He's going to drive right into our camera guy.
Oh, get out of the way, Jimmy.
So we see cars
That's why
leaving.
He gets paid the big bucks.
Yeah, under green flag. This could be tight going into turn one here. Cars are merging into the track.
That was
four of these guys. That's a good little setup for Zach leading these guys out of the pits here. So he's got 3 buddies with him. That's always good when you're coming out of the pits under green after a green flag stop. You're going to want friends. So there you go.
You'll get up to speed that much faster.
Yeah, they're not on the same team, but it doesn't matter. They know what's got to happen.
Right. So more for the collective interest of the group.
Yeah. Kelly Causey did get credit for the lead that last lap. He obviously won't get it for this lap. Same instance. He's in third. Here's first place, Dan Lovell. He'll be first for a couple seconds.
Yeah, I was going to say, how does this... We'll wait till we cross the line and see where everybody is.
Nope, they got up to speed. That should complete the pit cycle. So these guys, I'm thinking if they can go about 20 to 25 laps, we've got lap 45 to 50-ish. They should all be able to make it on one more stop.
Right. I wonder how the...
Moving over for some reason there. Sorry, go ahead. What was the thought there?
No, I was just wondering about the tire situation for this then, being a 2 times. So again, we've either traditionally, 90% of the time we've done the 3 times. So it's only 2 times. So that's half, right? So as opposed to a third?
Yeah, because in a real race, you could probably get about 50 laps. So then if you burn it away twice as fast, you get about the 20 to 25, and you burn away 3 times as fast, you get about 12.
Okay, so that's why. But then again, the tires are never super...
If we ran 4X, you'd be pitting every 5 laps. They will never run a 4X race. That would be just boring. But this is cool because I don't believe tires will be an issue. They probably all took tires on that last stop with 2 full cans of fuel. The next stop, they won't need 2 cans of fuel. And they probably would skip tires. Or take 2. I mean, if you're going to get 1 can of gas, you got time to change 2 of the tires.
Yeah.
Speed up that pit stop. Okay, so now this is all settled. Who's in first for real? We don't have a leader yet. What happened? Oh, Eric Lovell got credit with that last lap. The 23 black car on the inside line. He led the last lap, Eric Lovell.
Coming up on, who's the single car here? He's coming up.
John Godfrey in that 34. He is going to lead at the beginning of lap 29 right here. That'll be 6 laps led for John. So is Nate still in the race? Yes, he is. Of course he is. Why wouldn't he be? How silly.
Give him a little bump there.
Just put that graphic up on screen there. The 39 car, Nate Balser. Tarnation TV would like to thank Nate Balser and his entire family for supporting the broadcast. Race in and race out, really. Always here racing. Had his whole crew do the Grand Marshal duties, which is super cool. At the start of every race, we use that audio clip. And, yeah. And, of course, PasadoSafehaven.org.
Right, you look at him in the YouTube chat 2 times is about 20 laps.
Right.
Him, so
yeah, I always give it that window because some guys really do the clutching thing. I don't know how they can get more than that, but sometimes you see guys do 22, 23, and I'm thinking, okay. Like,
pretty sure they're not only clutching, they're actually shutting off the motor while they're drafting. Just right behind them. Just turn it off for a few seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kill it until you start to slow down and you get bumped and you turn it back on. Call it ultra drafting.
It's a trick.
Yeah. The pros don't want you to know about this. Look at these guys.
Well, see, this is Chris Elliott leading this pack here with Mike Mangialardi, Graham McDonald, Rod Weston, and Jason Scheck. But these guys are in position 29 to 33-ish or so.
Okay. Well, they're in good shape for where they are, and
they're off pace. Shows they're about 18 seconds behind the leader, but they are traveling about 198 mile an hour, so that's good.
Right, they can stick together and hope for a yellow somewhere. And
yeah,
Ulysses all by himself there.
All by himself. Yep. Ulysses Sandoval on the 42. After the green flag run. We've got Ken Hunsberry, Mark Paglia, Jim Black, and Frank Divins. Alex Moe. Craig Hagley, Perry Bone, Bob Dixon, Gary Heiser, and Zach Roberts leading that pack. Zach's in 19th position at the line. Dan Lovell, Brian Rawson. Javier Negron, Brian Lovell, Ken Roberts, and Nate Balser. Josh Slocum, Bob Seminara, Grant Wesley, Greg Lovell, Robert Breedlove, Doug Hulick, Eric Lovell, Kelly Cassi, Eric Lovell again, Danny Carroll, Stephen Brandstetter, Bobby Farrell, and your leader, Jan Godfrey.
Yeah, he's making himself pretty wide up there. Leading that pack and just driving through the mirrors mostly. But yeah, he's got his line and everyone's like, you know what? I like that line too. Let's not change it up if we don't need to.
It's the fastest line. That middle lane is the fastest line around the track because it doesn't really wash up out of the turns as much as the bottom line does.
Right. Oh, but it looks like someone's moving up beside him there, trying to make that top line push a little more, but still, only 3 of them, but he's not really yielding any of the first place there still.
Who do you think has so far led the most laps this race, John Godfrey?
John Godfrey?
John Godfrey, you're right. Yes, John Godfrey.
Well, thank you. It's a
good guess.
I had a sneaking suspicion it was John Godfrey.
11, if he can get... Did he get that one? He did get that one. So 11 laps led currently by John Godfrey, most laps led of the race. Who do you think has the fastest lap tonight, Josh Slocum?
Oh, I mean, that would have to be Josh Slocum. Anyone who's with eyes would know that.
Yeah, that is true. It is true. 198.8. How fast do you think he was going?
At least 198.8, matter of fact. That's my guess.
God, you're good at guessing these numbers. How the... Jeez.
You know what? It's because I pay attention.
Yeah.
I don't play on my phone. I watch racing the whole time, and I take it seriously.
If I told you that you were right on the speed... Now, I don't know if you know the math on the actual time being 48.117. How long do you think it took him to get around the track 48.1?
Well, I mean, you have to calculate the circumference of the moon and the slant of the racetrack, so 48.1?
Yeah, man.
Yep. I know. Look at you. Oh!
48.1 degrees, that's the angle of the 17 car right now.
That is, unfortunately... You know what? That was actually... I'm curious to see, obviously, what happened there, but it didn't I thought that was going to be way worse than it was.
Yeah.
And everybody got around him pretty quick.
We'll find the 17 and we will rewind and see what happened there. Gary Mingus in the 17 car. Gary the Slingshot Mingus doing his impression of a slingshot.
Right. Is not the time nor the place, Gary, for this kind of theatrics.
So he's moving out of the way because he can see the pack coming. And the pack, that's a bad spot for that to happen. You know what?
Oh, he got
I'm not putting that on Gary at all.
No.
No way.
No, because the turbo car came up and just straight up hip checked him.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean.
Oh, maybe a bit. Well,
a little bit
over.
But this is the back straightaway, too. There's a lot of room to move over there. Look at all that tarmac, right?
There's a little bit of 50-50. We'll take it to Judge Judy. She's much more decisive.
Right.
Yeah, well, you were...
That's just one of those things. That's a horrible spot to have to go 4 wide coming out of a turn like that.
Well, and they look like both kind of drifted in. At first, I thought he got door banged, like the receiving end, but it looked like they both kind of moved up.
You're right. It might have been a 50-50 thing.
I don't know. I'm sure
that's too bad. Another half second off that corner, they would have been fine because then there would have been lots of room to drive around. But
is this the new rules? Are they doing like real-time eliminations, or this is not like pressure race, not the truck racing rules?
Sorry, say again.
Are they doing the elimination of whoever caused wrecks? Is this part of the new rules going forward, or was that just for the truck series on Sundays?
That's just the truck series, yeah.
Okay.
So I don't. Oh, you know why? Some cars opted to stay out there.
Get the points.
I don't know. I think they want to get the. I think they want to get the mileage.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm looking at this. Okay, so hear me out on this one. So yellow flag conditions is usually 3 laps.
Yep.
But because there's cars a lap down, those lap down cars aren't allowed to pit first time by. Therefore, they do 4 laps. When there's cars a lap down, they do 1 more yellow. That would put us at about 38 laps. Right?
Oh,
so then 48, 58, it gets them within that window to probably only need to pit. I'm wondering if these guys are waiting until the end of this cycle to pit. Because then they might be able to get there with one more really quick pit stop. Because we didn't make it that full run. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I think so. That's the case, because 34.
Because right now they're under yellow, so they're going to get. You're going to be able to pull. The amount of gas you would burn in 1 lap, it'd take 2 laps almost to burn that same amount of fuel. So if you're going to do 4, you do.
That was on a 3 times multiplier when that was that. So on a 2 times, you would probably even get more of that, right?
Right. It's the same math, but yeah, you're right. So
just even more. I don't know, maybe marginally, but it's still more than the standard race. So so you could almost say 1 to 3. Would it almost be that much?
I don't know if these guys would go. See, I would wait. Are they coming in now? Let's see here. I wonder if most of these guys are going to stay out for another couple and come in on the final lap to try to string that. You know what I mean? Like you can, if you come in the next time, these guys are at the back, so they're going to come in for sure. It's going to be interesting.
Lucky dogs tonight?
There will be 2 of them, yep.
So do we have, at this point now, with everyone who's lapped down, or did they stay out to catch up on that? Like, was that the distance that you were talking about? So I didn't know if there was anybody who was going to be a beneficiary, or at least these ones. At this point, how many were there lapped down?
There's 3 people lapped down. I believe they give a lap to 2 of them, so it would be Brian Rawson and Alex Moe. Brian would be back on the lead lap, where Alex would be -1 because he's currently -2. Nice. If they're taking 2 of them, I don't know. Sometimes they take 1. They take 2 on Sundays, but every day of the week they run different rules. So I think these guys waited to pit because they wanted that extra distance on that tank. Because now I'm thinking they might be able, I mean, they definitely will be able to make it on a way quicker pit stop in about 20 laps from now, which will put them at 58, to then run the last 8 laps, which would basically be a splash and go at 2x. I'm thinking at 2x, it might, if they need splash and go, or maybe even half a can of gas. Super fast pit stop, probably only take about 5 seconds. Whereas if you stayed out, see, that's the thing, because now you want the track position. You don't want to get caught in a wreck. Maybe you want to stay up the front, but then you're going to have to pit earlier and take more fuel. So then it's like a longer pit stop. But you're also at the advantage of pitting earlier and having more time to get back up into that racing speed again, too. So there's all kinds of strategies.
Yeah, right? It just depends
See
on
what
what's
I mean?
going to...
These guys are peeling off now.
Right?
Because now the lights will go off on the pace car and we will go green next time around.
Right.
So that car right there, the 27 of Gary Heiser from the lead.
Yeah. Oh.
He got the bonus points, so that's good for his team, for the black and gold. That's an extra 5 points for the black and gold for Gary leading the lap. That's the thing, too. You kind of want to, if you're with your team up front, it's almost worth juggling that lead. There they go. Lucky Dogs are Alex Moe and Brian Rawson, so they will get to drive all the way around. I like them. I like when they let them drive around.
Yeah.
Because then you get the miles. Depending on the racing series, sometimes the admins will just give you a lap back. But then you didn't have to drive that 2.6 miles.
So then, yeah, you've got advantage on fuel.
Yeah, like you're a lap down. So if you're back on the lead lap, how did it happen? Technically, you had to run one less lap in the entire race. If it's a 200 lap race, if they just give you the lap back, you only had to do 199 laps.
Right.
You know, because you were a lap down. Is that how it would work?
You like, yeah, no, because you're keeping
so.
them honest. Yeah, because you would have finished the race one less lap than everybody else.
Right, because being a lap down, you would only do 199 laps. So not driving around and just having that lap be tacked back on, you're not driving the extra lap. So yeah, mathematics is my strong point.
You know what? You have me fooled.
4 plus 0 is 40.
Right.
And 2 1s are an 11.
Right, and if you add it all up, it gives you like $1.250.
Yes, it does. So here we are at the beginning of lap 39 right now. So lap 40. Led to the line by Jason Scheck in the 41. Followed by Doug Hulick in the 44. And Ken Roberts right behind him. And Josh Slocum, that's the green team. And then that high line. Rodney Sullivan's got to keep his number. I just realized that. He painted the red team, so he might as well drive the 38, right?
I think it's only fair.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's the same thing when I painted the other team cars. I painted the white Dodges. The number 43 car actually has Bob Dixon's name on it.
Oh, okay.
So Bob gets his own number. Like, he's the only guy in a team race that'll get his own number because I branded the car with his name. So he's guaranteed to be driving the white Dodge 43.
Nice. As it
and if
should
Bob
be.
doesn't make the race, I made an extra one. So here you go. And the gold cars, there's a 662 to 667.
Yeah.
Because they need 5, right? Or 661 to 667. They need 5 cars. 662, I think. Yeah, 662 to 667. They needed 5. Well, that's 6 cars.
Right.
There is a 666, but
only if you're 555.
Just doesn't run it. Yeah, if you're 555, it is there. Nice. The Slipknot reference. Get that in there.
Ooh.
777, the neighbor of the beast.
Ooh, right? It's like the one floor up. He's a good guy.
Yeah,
Just keep it down. Quit stomping on the floor,
Yeah.
says the beast.
Yes. I'm trying to get
That's what
some
the beast-
shut-eye over here.
That's what the beast says. He playing this recording backwards, and he's like, "Stop stomping on the floor. I'm just trying to get some rest."
I'm trying to see what sounds cool when I speak in reverse. Be-raw, rip, rip.
You think, Iron Maiden might be able to use this on their next record?
Right. You remember the Bloodhound Gang one? Beep, bop, 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 beep, ba-de-op, beep. That one?
Yeah.
Did you ever reverse that? I did.
No, but I looked it up to see what it was.
It's
eventually,
like
'cause I don't.
it's something like Fred Flintstone always eats Chef Boyardee macaroni. It's something dumb like that.
Yeah. Okay. It's fantastic.
It's great. It sounds like this big
hidden
evil
messages.
satanic message. It's just telling you to go eat ravioli.
Yeah, be sure to drink your Ovaltine.
Right.
Yeah.
Something about Chef Boyardee ravioli. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
I actually did it on my computer. Like I found a way back in the old days to actually reverse
Hard
an
way.
audio clip. Now it's so easy. You just tell Siri to do it.
That's
Team
it. Yeah,
green
just-
all over the place. Look at the green. There's
Yeah.
green on the top and bottom. These guys are surrounded by neon green cars.
You
It's
know
like
what?
a
Yeah, like
pack of
this.
hubba bubba.
I'm just sporting the home team colors. I kind of like it. They gotta try to be impartial, but
Yeah, you know what I mean? I painted them and they got Tarnation TV Turbo written on the hood. So, and again, the only 3 cars that have retired today are the 30 series cars of Keith Bynum, Greg Palmer, and Wayne Pribnow. So they're down to 7, where all the other teams, the blue, the black, and the green, still have 10 guys.
after this
Is it
race
10?
is over,
I think it's.
what's that? 10 per team?
I wonder if they're even teams. I didn't check the numbers before the race
Oh,
started.
from the start? No, I didn't even think of that.
There might be a couple out of sequence, in which case the teams will only be scored. If there's a team with 8 drivers, they would only count 8 from all teams, I think, to keep it even. They wouldn't, because you just automatically win, right? I think that's how they do it. They take an average of that last place or something and add it to everybody else to kind of bump it all up to be even. There is a way that they do have a workaround. Oh, slide to the outside. Who's
4
that
there for the minute.
in the 20 something car there? Who is that? I can't find him. 24, Denny Carroll. I can't get him.
Yeah.
I can't lock onto him. He's in a cluster.
He found about an inch and a half of wiggle room there, and he just made himself at home.
Look at
Slid
this.
right over.
Look at that. Team Green bookending the front. 4 on the inside,
Right.
4 on the outside. Zach Roberts leading the outside, and Jason Scheck leading the inside.
It looks like Green's like the presidential motorcade.
Right.
We've got driving a dignitary around, if you will.
For the 38, they're protecting Rodney Sullins.
Some kind of shipping magnate. He's untouchable
Mm-hmm.
on American soil.
Oh, slide up from the bottom line there.
Yeah, no, they had them. Yeah, it's just boxed in, but nobody's moving. Look at that line. Bottom line is still pretty tidy too.
Yeah.
Everyone's caught up, and everyone got corrected after that last big separation and all the wacky out of turn pit stops we had. Whoa!
Oh, they're changing it up. So, okay, let's see here. So the 41's got the lap sled. They're switching the positions to get lap sled points. So that's
gotcha.
That's what Jason Scheck just did. He moved out of the way. That way Doug Hewlett can lead that lap.
He moved out of the way like hard.
That's-
Though. Look, he's getting left. though.
Yeah, but if you're going to do it, now's the time to do it because there's still time to get up there.
Right? I just meant like maybe just pull over to the side and then let a few guys
It's-
go by and then get back in.
it's
I mean,
tough
I guess
to
you're
do
just
that.
gonna lose because you're gonna. Yeah, I'm not thinking about the draft either. I'm thinking about.
He's gone.
Like if I'm going,
He
I'm
pulled
thinking about
out
if
and
I'm
he's
driving to the
gone.
hardware store.
Yeah.
That's what my driving is not on the same level as, of course. Duh. Sorry. Never mind. Why don't you just get back in there? Oh, because
So-
I lost about all the physics of speed.
Yes.
Duh.
Even if it's
You
just
know
1
what?
mile an hour, it's massive on this track. There's another one. So
Okay, no, that's absolutely fair. It never even occurred to me that, yeah. And of course, they either go around them or they'll catch them there. But even then, yeah, they got to go around them because they'll be coming too fast to bump them, or they just don't want to bump them. Perhaps I don't know.
Same thing happened there again. Hewlett moved out of line, and Ken Roberts got the lead on that one.
All right. So eventually, he's going to catch somebody behind him. He'll get in front of that draft and
Yeah.
either
So
get caught up or.
Let's see here. Rod Weston does not have a lap lead for Team Green. Jason Scheck has 2. He's now back to 25th spot. Is yellow up? Yellow is up. Jason Scheck went from 1st to 24th for allowing a teammate to get a lap lead and get those points. So where did Scheck end up? 25th, yeah.
The great philosopher HD that once said that's effing teamwork.
Yeah,
you're going to drop back that far. That's what it is. 100% teamwork makes the dream work. You see it right there.
Okay, I see smoke. It is true because then Hewlick did it the very next lap.
Right, and it is though. It's like, for the greater good.
Yeah.
And they know it too, because
I don't know where it happened. I saw smoke in turns 2 and 3 here, so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there it is. Mike Mangialardi, Graham McDonald, Jason. Oh, it was Jason Scheck. Oh no, they're 4 wide.
Oh,
almost 4 wide. Scheck takes a lick. He was leading the race. Sorry,
was that yellow that came down with the helicopter for that?
Yeah, he's just got no speed. Back it up a little more. And that was it. Look at, we're going rewind mode here.
Well, he must have suffered some damage or something, like,
before
then.
This was part of the strategy of team.
He was holding up, though, right?
No, I don't think so. He dropped out to let them lead. He's got no drafting partners. Everybody left him hanging.
So he gets bumped up, but he's back up to speed here.
Not really, though.
I don't know.
Not really. Yeah,
No.
he's dropping to the back. I don't know why that happened.
Huh.
Because he wasn't up to speed. He was doing about 190 at the most on the back straight in the draft. They were trying to push him up to speed.
Yeah. Looking like...
Maybe the cat jumped up on the keyboard or something.
Right?
I mean, you never know what goes on at home either, right? That's the problem. You don't know what happens. Something weird could have happened.
Good song comes on, like the Temptations, and you got you're rocking out to like some old classic rock.
Yeah.
Doo-wop rock.
Yep. The Temptations, man. You can't. Yeah. Everything stops when the Temptations show up.
Cut.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Love me some old school rock and roll. Temptations all day long.
It's where it all started back in the day. And Chuck Berry. You love the Temptations too,
Supremes, Aretha Franklin.
Mm-hmm.
She's borderline heavy metal. Like I can hear, like I'm a big heavy metal fan, and you can kind of hear when you listen to stuff like that. It's so grimy and so raw sometimes. I'm like, man, like heavy metal guys are just ripping off Aretha Franklin.
I think so. I mean,
they're just playing it in like a lower key. It's the same song. Change a fool, burn. Like it's the same thing. If a heavy metal guy did Change by Aretha Franklin, it would rock.
Yeah.
It would rock.
Well, yeah, just drop it down and
oh my God.
Get it all messy and throw some distortion on it. So a bit more. Oh, a bit more.
We're going to drop this down to C flat.
Well, that's the thing, right? There's only so many notes to go around. You can only put in so many orders. So eventually you're going to have to make the sounds different or whatever. But yeah, it's cool what they can do. And like when you look at some of the people that, metalheads or rappers, whoever, like you got people that are like, oh yeah, these are my influences, and this is like the stuff they're like weird. I wouldn't have thought about that at first, but you're like, okay, you listen to the music. I can see there's some old school country, like country blues, Willie Nelson stuff in there, or like I can see some of the honky tonk influence in some of these different groups or things that you wouldn't necessarily like, oh, these guys obviously they're heavy as all get out. They probably just listen to heavy stuff. They're like, no, actually I really like Dolly Parton and like
you need to. Because
whatever,
if you're like a thrash metal band and if you only listen to like Slayer, Creator, Annihilator, like all these type of bands, like what are you doing? You're not bringing anything new to the genre. If you're rocking some Tina Turner and you listen to Michael Jackson, it's just, you're learning all these, not learning really, what they know, music's just math. You might hear some new patterns,
Yeah, take something and make it the same thing but different.
Do it again, but don't.
Right. Put some cowbell in there too while you're at it.
Yeah. Mississippi Queen. Are we crashing back here? What is going on?
I didn't know. Maybe there's a banana peel on the surface of the racetrack. The Mario Kart. Look out.
The blue cars too. They are running that the Lithuanian magnesium rims.
Right, which is like if they're brittle as all get out. It's a good thing there's no liquids on the track because they will disintegrate the moment they get wet. So if there's rain, it's going to be a catastrophe.
They're super light.
But they're super light though.
Yeah.
That's the trade-off.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone's like, oh no, is that a water bottle that someone threw out of the... Everyone just... evasive maneuvers.
Yeah, from the Sullins War Wagon out of turn 2, they're just chucking their old Frosties on the track to try to get those aluminum wheels to fall apart. Or what did I say it was? Lithuanian magnesium?
That's right, I believe so.
Yeah.
That is the very specific material that she said. We haven't spent much time with the red van. Those hooligans in that corner there.
Okay, nobody at the back's in, so everybody can make it to the end. The front of the pack, which is those black cars that just went by, they pitted.
Yeah.
Last lap around from the front. But they might have had to. So Kelly Causey in the 30 car there with Team Red up front, scattered. And there go your lapped cars. They call them the lucky dogs, driving away from the pack there, if you're wondering who they are.
Right, so then is that going to bring everybody up to speed at this point now? Is there anybody left behind now? After that last yellow and this one?
Alex Moe will be back on the lead lap. Gary Mingus will not be. He goes from -3 to -2. And still only have those 3 cars that retired from the first wreck, unfortunately. Everybody here, nobody pitted. So they can all make it to the end now. Unless we've got some gamblers up there. We do have the 24 of Denny Carroll only clocking in at 3 pit stops. Everybody else around him has taken 4 or 6 pit stops. That stands out to me. John Godfrey's also running on 3 pit stops, and so is Bobby Farrell. Those are the guys in the top 15. So that's interesting. That is interesting.
But maybe they topped up fully each time on the third.
Yeah, let me see here. Run some quick numbers.
If there's 20, if going by what Ray said, 20 a lap, then you theoretically you stopped at 4, you stopped at 20. Well,
so 20,
24.
It's 22 laps for each tank of fuel, but there has been 12 laps of yellow.
Right,
which extends that window. So they should be okay depending when they went in last. It doesn't show me when they went in. It just shows me that they've done, like Denny Carroll in the 24 car does have 3 pit stops under his belt.
Gotcha.
Joe DeSpirito in the chat. Let's go Seminara. These are our Rolling Thunder gaming guys.
Oh, okay.
That's cool that Joe's watching.
Always good to have.
Yeah, he's a regular over there.
Right? That's good.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody in the YouTube chat. Madison Balser is in there. Ray Hulick, Larry, Darian Kelly, Jeffrey Elliott, Grant Wesley, of course, all these guys commenting in here. Fifth Element, whoever you are, thank you very much. Go Roberts, my brother. Well, that answered that question. It must be Ken's brother.
There was another chat in there before too, VR, Elemental VR. And there's a handful of people that had scoop hits and some new chatters in there. So thank you for spending your Saturday evening and or Sundays or Thursdays with us. Cause
yes. Of course, this is it's
way more fun when you interact with them.
Yeah.
With us, with them. When you get to interact.
This is, of course, a live video, but after the race is done, it goes into DVR mode, so you can call it up and watch it again if you like. Check the description below. If you check it right now, it says the race starts blank. Once the race is done, I will edit the description after every race and put in the timestamp, which is usually around the 34-minute mark of when we actually go green. Just in case you don't want to watch the pre-race, you can just check the description. Race starts at, the time will be a link. Just click it and it will fast forward the video like a chapter. It'll plop you right into the pace or into the parade lap about a minute or two from the actual green flag at the race starting point. So, because the pre-race is a little bit different every time. So that's always line number 1 in every description here on the channel. The race starts at. Click the time to fast forward to the race start. And of course, like I just said in the chat, Fifth Element, Go Roberts, my brother, and, well, Ken Roberts is leading the race.
There you are. To the surprise of not many. Yeah,
right.
We haven't seen him, just where the racing nights have taken us. We have not had a lot of interaction with Ken Roberts this last season here, but much like long before, things are still just saying, Ken Roberts is up front, all right, and that's how I know that everything is right with the world. We're going to turn on the racing, and there's Ken at the front. So
speaking of Ken Roberts, there's the King of Kings Eliminator race coming up on the 9th of March.
Right? That's going to be a really fun race. I'm looking forward to that.
Just threw that up there for a second because I don't really want to stop watching the live feed. But yeah, the King of Kings Eliminator, Ken runs the races on Friday and Saturday nights here. And then he also runs, it's his design, the King of Kings event, which is going to be really cool this time around because we're going to be watching the back of the pack. They're going to run a main event. And as, probably like 5 to 10 laps into the race, whoever's like the last 2 or 3 cars will be eliminated as the laps go by. So we'll actually be watching the back of the pack.
Oh my! Speaking of the back of the pack, here we are.
Yeah.
That's lousy.
And we aren't. Well, we're 1 lap from race back, so this will be solid. As Godfrey leads that, Robertson second. And Cossie will be in 3rd. So we will.
There's a speed there.
I tried to put that camera on that wreck, but it kind of failed. We'll definitely go back and take a look at it. Back here somewhere.
Somewhere. Come on.
Did I miss something?
Oh. Where was it?
I think I missed it.
Did you?
I think it was back farther in the pack. Maybe that's why. I thought it was right there. I'll fast forward it a bit here, see if we can find it. There she is.
There it is.
The 13th. Oh, geez.
Oh. Oh, jeez.
All right. Well.
Yikes. Sorry for laughing, but wow, I wasn't expecting to see that.
No.
Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's right. Oh, there's 2 of them. I didn't even see
there's
the guy.
There's 2 of them stuck together, yeah.
They were. I didn't. Oh, that's what your Attenborough comes out. This is the
as we see
portion of the program.
Yeah. As we see how the NASCAR's mating ritual begins. It's late spring. People get frisky, and they take to the skies. What a surprise they take to the skies. Who is that car? Okay, who's that guy? That's Kent Huntsbury, unfortunately, the pole sitter of the race. We lost him in the RVs. That red car with no numbers anywhere to identify who that actually is. Who is that? I can't even get on him. Oh, geez. Okay, well, that's the 39 of Nate Balser, sponsor of the race. There's the 39s. So here you can see the 39s.
And catch out.
Hold on to your lunch. As our camera guy,
I like that how the camera goes to snow instead of just like clipping through the world. It just goes
right.
can't broadcast when we're under the dirt.
Yeah, that was a neat thing. I always thought was so cool. Like you said, like most games, it would just clip. But the fact that
56 to the booth.
This one actually just goes snowy. Go ahead, 56.
Hey, I want to know if you'd like to do a quick interview.
Sure, who you sending down?
Surprise, surprise.
All right, surprise interview coming right up. Still in replay mode, looking at Nate's rack here.
Right. Talk to Chris Elliott a little bit about the experience we've had for the last 2.5 years.
Hey now, Chris Elliott and Jeffrey Elliott in the same room. What's up, guys?
Hey, what's going on, Blaine? Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Chris. We just want to bring you down to the booth and discuss a little bit about the last 2 years of Talladega Nights and how you what you experienced from it and what you'll miss of it and anything you'd like to share.
Well, since I'm in the back, I've got plenty of room here to talk and just to shoot the breeze because I got half a car left. But the Talladega Nights has been awesome. I mean, all these drivers that have come here and they've all pretty much stayed with us all these 2+ years and going strong. And it's just been a great ride. And I owe it all to you, Jeff. You've done 95% of this, and it's just a big attribute to you and all the hard work you put in and the admins and the drivers. And it'll never be forgotten. We still got guys, most everybody here just loves coming out here and racing. So it's an awesome thing.
Yeah, I agree 100%. You know, it's gonna be different having this over to the boys, Ken and the group. I think they'll do wonders with it. Just keep going forward. So that was only the second caution of the night, correct?
Yeah, there hasn't been a whole lot. Blaine may know better than I do. I'm just out here riding right now.
4.
Was that the second caution, Blaine? I'm watching the broadcast live. Laying on
4
bed,
for 15 laps.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not bad. Yeah, the first one, it wasn't nice to see that on lap 3, unfortunately, but it looked like there was a bottle up or some extra bump going on there. But, you know, it's Talladega at its best. But I just want to bring my bro down here, talk to him a little bit about our experience. And Chris, appreciate that, man. Appreciate all the compliments. It took a lot of moving parts to make this work. But hey, man, good luck tonight. Sorry about your half car. But you're on Team Dodge, right?
Team Dodge, and I'm out here just riding it out, hoping to pick up a few spots before the end here.
Roger that. I'll let you finish up with Blaine with any shout outs or anything. Go ahead, Mr. Blaine and Brad.
Yeah, man, let it rip, Chris. The mic's yours.
I just want to thank Jeff and Nate and the admins, the drivers, Blaine and Brad, and everybody watching, and of course my family, especially my wife Tammy. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you, bro. See you tomorrow, man. Talk to you tomorrow.
All right, buddy.
Chris Elliott in the 20.
All right, shed a little bit of weight there off the rear, the trunk lid. You don't need that.
You know, I know Chris is going to love the camera work. Check this, check this one
guys,
out.
I've been sitting on the bed just watching you guys do your work and watching these guys drive. I thought you said that was a second or fourth caution? Second. Correct? That's number 2?
4.
That's our fourth.
Lost the camera there for a second. There we are.
I must have missed 2 others. Anyways, as a spectator, I've just been hanging out, watching that long run there. I don't know what happened there. It looks like Mingus went up and it kind of came back down a little bit, it looks like, as those cars are trying to pass him. Unfortunately, they made a little contact there.
Some of the stuff's wild. Like, it happens so fast.
What'd you see, Brad?
Yeah, no, it was a little same thing. At first, I thought somebody just door banged Mingus, but then on the second replay, when we went through it, it looked more like there was just everybody a lot of shade and kind of just, I don't know. I'm sure the replay would maybe show different if we didn't spend a lot of time on it, but it was pretty close. You know what? At that point, and I love a good finger point. I love it. Gary, you did it. No, but this wasn't. It was indecisive. I would hate to be the judge on that one, unless you could probably look at it in the slow-mo, super slow-mo, and get to the middle stuff before the other guy.
Yeah.
And then flipped him off as he drove by. Like, that's the guilty guy right there. You can tell he had to figure out.
Well, look what we got up front here. Looks like we got the legend. That Rodney Sullivan's out there on P2. Is that correct? Outside lane, driving the 38.
Let me check here. So we've got John Godfrey leading the race. Ken Roberts right beside him on the high line in the 40. Teammate Cossie behind him.
Oh, that's 36.
Denny Carroll. That's your top four.
It's so hard to tell who's who out here in these
Yeah, it's
cars.
a funny one, the team races.
We're getting ready to go green, boys. Let's see what we got. So, yeah, Roberts out front, driving the Roberts in the 41? I thought he was in the 40.
Roberts is in the 40. We will go green here at the start of lap number 60. And this is a race back situation, of course, which means...
I see the 38 out front. I thought that was Rodney Sullins.
38 is Rodney Sullins, yeah. And then behind him is the 40 on the outside. Or sorry. Yeah, where's Rodney? Rodney's in 8th. The 34 is John Godfrey.
Is this behind?
Am I behind?
No. Lap 40, isn't it?
Yeah,
lap 40?
lap 60.
60.
Oh, I'm way behind.
Yeah, you click on live.
That might help. Well, no, I'm watching the broadcast itself.
That's what I mean. At the bottom of your YouTube feed, go down beside your volume and then click the word live. It'll put back a red dot on it and put you back to live mode.
That's probably why I missed a lot of those cautions.
You might have had it paused for 5 minutes.
True.
Well, wait till you see what's coming up. You're going to love it.
We're in the future. We're going 4 wide right now into the tri-oval.
You want to place a bet?
What's going on?
I'm 4 wide through the tri-oval right now. Locked on Denny Carroll there on the high line. These drivers, they're 4 wide. They got it figured out.
They got to 3.
Yikes. All right, we won't leave the front of this race. We've got Team Red.
Okay, yeah, you got that. Toyota's in the middle there. They're 4 wide right there. 4th row back. Oh, they're fighting, guys. It's only, what,
it's a good one.
6 laps to go.
Yep, we've got 3 greens on the middle line.
You know, as an unexperienced broadcaster, obviously you need to be on live. I was only 20 laps behind you guys.
Only 20, yeah.
All right, that looks like we got a lot of green out there. I'm rooting for the Tarnation TV turbos out there.
Yeah, there's a lot up in the front there.
Who's 34?
There's a lot of blues up there,
Godfrey?
too.
Is that Godfrey, number 34?
34 is Godfrey, yep, leading the race currently.
He's led a lot of laps.
He has. He's been busy.
Brad could probably tell you how many 14 laps he's led.
It was at
14.
You know,
I think it's 14.
Jeff was right there. He's got it too. So,
all right, guys, it's getting down to it, man.
Here.
Let's see if that third lane can develop. They are getting strong on the outside there. A lot of Dodges and Toyotas out there.
Yeah, just an update.
Who's in the 30 car, guys? That would be Kelly Kazi? Okay.
Yes. Update on the retired cars. Nate Balser, part of the Red team as well. So Red has 4 cars out of the race, and Ken Huntsbury in the 29 has also retired from that last wreck. There's another one. Oh, Yellow is up now, so they get to race this back. We are in a race back situation, and it's a full lap. The lead pack was over the line. So this will be for the win.
I'm still showing green on the broadcast.
Yellow flag. Yeah, YouTube's got a 20-second delay. Have fun with that one.
Okay.
Here comes the pace car. He's trying to catch the field. We should lock onto the pace car and see how fast he can go.
Did they catch it right there on lap 62, or did they race it back?
No!
Oh, this is a race back.
Okay, it's still race back. The leaders just wrecked each other.
Everything, so nothing saying, and the points are all made up.
Everything we said is a lie.
Forget everything you know. Look at this. And there's going to be another record that's going to drive in.
Why are they slowing down?
Smoke. They can't see. Look at the track. It looks like.
I saw the pace car coming out.
Why are they slowing down?
Oh.
I thought
the
yellow flag came up after the leaders crossed the line.
Huh.
I thought it would have been a race back for sure.
Well, I'm in delayed mode, so I don't know exactly.
Here. The first 10 cars were over the line when the yellow came out. They would have to race all the way back around, and then they got wrecked, and then the rest of them started lifting. I don't understand that.
In the 28?
He just flew by. Took 28. Who's in the 28?
Okay,
So Grant Wesley.
28 is Wesley. Yeah, he's currently being billed in first.
Why not, right? Because he's the first one who's like, just let me drop the hammer.
Well, that's what I don't get. So, okay, we're going to rewind here to see what happened up front. It looks like the front pack, they're so tight in that corner. The two black cars behind the two red cars. So they're out. It's a raceback situation. Stephen Brandstetter in the 14 and Craig Hagley in the 11 take over the lead position, but they're slowing down. It's a raceback situation because we're within 10.
Yeah, we're with only 3 laps left.
Yeah. And they're slowing down.
You sure they didn't cross the line?
And Wesley's like, yeah, bro, like, Wesley runs to the front.
He took it, like, from, like, you know, like, that is the epitome of low-hanging fruit. And don't get me wrong, a win is a win. And just like, I believe there's no such thing as an ugly goal in hockey.
No.
But I don't, fantastic.
I don't know why.
Look at Wesley. Look at Wesley come out of nowhere. He went around all of them.
Yeah,
I think he's thinking what we are. He's like, why are they slowing down? And here's where the gas is. Let me show you guys.
Well, you know what, guys? I am so glad I'm not in a review booth right now, or even in that room of 39 guys.
I think Greg's right on that, or Grant is right on that, because it's a raceback situation because we're within 10 to the finish.
Maybe everyone
he's
else
going
is
full
unaware.
speed still. He's doing 185. They're all dropped below 160. So he passed them 5 wide in the tri-oval and took the yellow. And he's in first.
Everyone else was unsure that it was what lap it was. That's
Okay,
the
so
only thing.
now
Why wouldn't you?
We're live again, and we're parking it. We are parking it on the front straight here. Let's see if I can get pit lane camera 1 to cooperate with me here. So something's going on here. Administrators in the race are trying to figure out what's going on. They're waiting for the pace car.
Yeah, probably one of those weird situations, guys, where it went yellow right at the line or something happened there. They'll figure it out.
Yeah, so that's all they were doing. They were waiting for the pace car.
Love the camera angles.
And after watching all these colors all night, I'm gonna have to have like a serious Candy Crush session or something. We're gonna have to match 3.
Yeah.
You can be jeweled. I don't know. I gotta match some colors now. That's all I can think of all night. I'm like, all these the primary colors.
Bag of M&Ms or something.
Right? Gotta scratch that itch.
So I want to know why there's only 39 cars out there, Blaine. I thought we started with 40.
We did. A couple guys disconnected.
Right before the race started?
I wonder. No, after they retired. So
Well,
Wesley's now
maybe
being billed in 5th, with Godfrey being back in first again after they wrecked.
And they must have been on the yellow or something.
Yeah, but they were Kazi and Godfrey were getting pushed by the black and gold car, and that's what brought the yellow out. But now they're back in the front.
Well, we'll get the let's get the top. It's a special race, so top 5 sound good with you. We'll just get runner up and get his point of view on that finish, because they all would know. Obviously,
I say we just talk to the winner because everybody else lost.
First, you last.
Right.
So this race is over. So let's who's that top 5?
Huh. I thought Grant won the race.
And they're kind of funny how everybody just let him go by, and it wasn't nobody else.
But we're under 10 we're within 10 to go to the checkers. It's a raceback situation under yellow, but I'm not in the live TeamSpeak chat either, so I don't know exactly what the call was by the administrators.
Well, I'm definitely not leaving the Winnebago here. I'm not going up there either. So
no, they re-racked them. It looks like they re-racked these guys. They put Godfrey back in first with Kazi behind him. That's that's the way it looked before the wreck. So I don't know why
We'll find out. So we have
Yeah.
Godfrey winning this bad boy. Congratulations. And Kelly Kazi second teammate, correct? Dan Level, Craig Hagley in fourth, and Grant Wesley fifth.
Interesting. I'm curious to see what the call was there.
Well, let's just, I don't get these guys out here that much, the Bob Simoneros. So we're going to do a 5-6 together real quick. Ask them a couple questions, tell them thank you, and we'll move on to the podium.
Okay, yeah, do that. We'll grab 5 and 6, do that. And we can grab 3 and 4 and then do 2 and 1. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, I'm going to get these guys ready now.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get a... We don't know what was said in the TeamSpeak. That's the problem, because we're in our own booth. We can't hear
what
the administrators are discussing.
Now. That's the Bob Summoner and Grant. We'll get explanation from them.
Okay.
But get ready to talk to them.
Yep. Bob Seminara live on Tarnation TV. How are you doing, man? You got me, Bob? Hey, Grant, live on the air, bud. What's going on? You got me, Grant?
Oh, hey. Yeah, I just realized I got moved. My whisper's going crazy.
So quick question. What's going on out there? Because we can't hear what's going on in the audio on that TeamSpeak. We thought for 100% you won that race. Race back to yellow under 10.
Yeah. Well, so we were racing back until turn 3, and then the leader, I guess, decided that he took the caution and he lifted, and he had 2 guys right on his butt. I believe that's what happened. And then, of course, it caused the wreck. A few of us got tangled up in that mess. And I hadn't heard officially whether or not we were racing back or not, so I went ahead and just gave her cane.
Right.
I just kept to the start-finish line.
Might as well just do it.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. See,
kind of like in football when they run the ball to the end zone,
Just in case. See, because the angle that we had from the flag stand when the flag man actually pulled the yellow up, you guys were halfway to turn 1. So that's the leaders, I thought, were already past that line when the yellow came out. So I figured like the first 15 cars would get to race around and then the other guys would have been trapped by the pace car. That's what it looked like on live feed anyway.
And honestly, that's kind of what I thought. That's what I felt. But we all know how this game is. I mean, sometimes it does some wonky stuff. So, I mean, I guess they're going to go back. They're going to look at the replay, see when the caution dropped, and determine finishing position based on that. That's my understanding.
Right. That makes sense. All right. Well,
hey, it's Bob Seminary. Are you in here?
Yeah.
Bob, all right. I brought you up or down to the booth. I just want to see if you had any comments on that finish or the race or any shout outs you'd like to throw. It's good to see you out here, bud.
Oh, yeah. No, that was fun. Passed a lot of cars. It was real exciting. Yeah, we got the call there that we took the flag, so we all lifted, and John got turned. So it's kind of mixed bag, but it seems like that's what happened. But it was a fun race, and I appreciate putting it on.
It's always a pleasure having you and Grant and some of you really tough Talladega style drivers out here at Talladega Nights, and I want to say thank you for coming. It's an honor. And Blaine, I'll let you finish up with these 2 wonderful guys. We'll get ready for the podium, and I'll get those guys ready. But Grant, thank you again. Bob Seminara, thank you guys. It's awesome to see you.
Yeah, thanks, Jeffrey.
Yep, thanks for having us.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming down and chatting with us, guys. We're watching John do his burnout, celebrate the victory. So, as always, that's awesome to have you guys here, and thanks for the awesome run.
Yeah, one thing's for sure, John won this race, so congrats to him on that. Thanks to Nate Balser for putting up the funds for this broadcast and everything Jeff does, and just glad I could be a part of it.
Awesome, Grant. What about any shout outs from you, Bob? Any shout outs?
Oh yeah, Bernie's Paints, Mobs Motors. Yeah, you, Blaine, and Jeffrey. I know everything you do, and Nate who put this on, and yeah, Team Chevy guys. We ran pretty good. Got banged up early, but we had some good finishes there, and good win to John.
Thanks, guys. All right, guys, have a wonderful weekend. Grant, I don't know if you'll be out tomorrow night, but we'll be on the broadcast there, Blaine. We have a race on next Sunday. I didn't see it on your schedule there. The Jeffrey Elliott thank you tribute race.
Yep.
Good to be there.
All right, but tomorrow night we are running our third race. It's not broadcast, Grant. So come on out, bud.
10-4.
All right, Bob, Grant, thank you very much. Have a good night.
All right, bud. You too.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Blaine.
All right. Yeah, we had to focus on John there to get the winning burnout. He lights the place up.
Who is fourth place? I don't forgot. Would that be Hagley?
We have Hagley. Yep. I talked to Craig Hagley in the third place position.
Can you handle the rest of the guys from here?
Sure can. What's going on there, Craig? How you doing, bud?
What's going on, Blaine? How you doing?
What a race that was. That looked like a lot of fun, man.
That was a long one right there. I had to struggle to get back up there.
Yeah, it was very colorful. Brad, what were you saying about the primary colors?
Oh yeah, no, it's just like red, blue, and green. I said it's just like a Candy Crush game, match 3 or whatever. Like the whole thing is just like easy to keep track of for my old eyes. Fantastic, but
yeah, it's like jumping in a big bag of Skittles.
Right, exactly. Just dumping it out there. They're all across. Yeah, no, it was good racing tonight.
Yeah, man, that was so like the pit strategy kind of went out the window near the end, but it's cool with the 2X with the 66 laps. Like, were you set up to run that thing to the end, or did you have to get a can or a splash? We were kind of curious on how quick those final pit stops would have been if they actually ended up being green flag.
I think I had it down to a can. Should have been, but just couldn't get a long enough run there to find out.
Right. What? How are you working with your teammates? Was that all good and fine and dandy, or is it a pain being thrown in a pot with randoms?
Oh, I mean, we all worked good together. We just couldn't really get tied up the way we needed to be. That first big wreck really hurt.
Yeah, especially that one came at what, like lap 2 or 3, you know.
Yeah, it was right there at the beginning.
Yeah, man. Well, yeah, I mean, it was definitely an entertaining race to watch. So thanks a lot, obviously, for coming out. A full house is always awesome to watch. And if you have any shout-outs you got to do, let it rip, and we'll move up the list because it's past my bedtime.
Shout out to John for getting a good win. Shout out to Nate for putting on the race tonight, sponsoring it. Definitely a big shout out to Jeff for everything that he does and all the admins. And we did a good job, team. We may not have won it, but we did good.
Yeah, it was a fun race, man. Have yourself a good night, man. Thanks for coming out.
Thanks, guys.
Awesome.
Good.
And now we are looking for the number 3 of Dan Lovell, the third place position. Dan. That's how we do it on Tarnation TV. We kidnap drivers from the race room and drag them into the booth. What's up, Dan? How you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, man. Podium finish, even though we kind of thought it wasn't going to happen. But I guess you guys took the yellow because from the broadcast, it looked like you guys were a couple hundred feet past the line when the flag came up.
Yeah, I was saying we got to race back around, but evidently we had taken it right at the stripe, and I thought for sure it was racing back, but you know, we were racing back around. Then all of a sudden the guys said, "No, we're not racing back," and they hit the brakes in front of me. We had a big pile up there under caution, but it scores where we cross the stripe. So I'm happy to get a top 5, get third. Good spot to finish here.
Yeah, and good for the team too to have those. What is it? 170 points is what it's showing me. So the combine. I mean, these guys will have to review the race and combine all these points, so people can stay tuned to the Tarnation. I'll put up a short video with the results of the big winner of tonight's event, because it's definitely a mix of. Let me see. We got a couple of 30s up there. We got a couple of 20s, a couple of 10s.
It's going to be real close between. I think it's going to be between the Dodges and the Fords, because the Chevys, even though they finished first, second, and had several people in the top 10, they also had about 4 or 5 drivers out that finished way back there. So that's going to balance that out. And it looks like the Fords had a few more people in the top 20 than we did, maybe 1 or 2. So it's going to be real close, real tough. Because
because we are
The
looking at
Fords finished right
39.
behind me.
Yeah, 39 people started the race. So, I mean, we really do have to look at this entire list. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, we only had one person on our team that was out. Everyone else was still, in competition. So,
right.
Which one of those finished 31st? Graham was damaged pretty good.
Yeah, it looks like, like you're saying, in the top 10, you got 4 Chevys, but that might not matter because they did lose 3 or 4 cars early in that race. 1, 2, 3 retired, 4 retired, and Alex Moe finished in 30th. So, and all the rest of them finished in the top 10, but it might not be enough. So it's a very interesting and a very cool way to race these team events because it is a collective win.
It's going to come down to math because I believe all but 1 or 2 of the Dodge team, of my team, led a lap. We were trying to make sure we alternated and got everybody up there, or tried to get everybody up there to lead a lap. And I believe only 1, maybe 2 of us did not lead a lap. So that's bonus points.
So you got 1, Grant got a couple, Denny got 1, Eric got 2, Robert got 1, Gary got 1, Bob Dixon got 1, Chris Elliott got 2, Graham McDonald didn't get a lap led. And that's it. Yeah, you're right. You guys got a lot of bonus points on leading laps.
Oh yeah, so that's what I'm saying. That figures in mathematically too. So it's gonna be a lot of crunching numbers. It's gonna be close.
Yeah, it's going to be cool to see the outcome of this. We're going to have to, like I said, stay tuned to the channel, everybody, because we don't know what's going on. That's not our job.
That was our main goal at the start of the race. We said, guys, let's just be clean, and all of us finish the race. If we all finish the race, we've got that much more chance, to have the numbers up there. So we weren't even really that concerned about winning it. Finish as best you could and just stay in the race. And it looks like all of us but one driver on our team, unfortunate for him, but everybody but one driver was still running at the end.
Yep, and his position still counts towards the points total as well. So it's a team event, and you guys did a great job sharing those lead laps.
It was a blast. Appreciate you guys for doing what you do, Blaine. Getting our name out there, and it's been this is the second one of these I've been in. The first one wasn't so hunky dory, but this one was a lot of fun. This one came out a lot better than I guess the trial run of the manufacturer's race, the first one we did. But this one was exciting and a real battle. The whole race was a constant battle, so it was pretty awesome.
Awesome, man. Yeah. Yes. Any final words before we toss you out of here and move up to Kelly?
I just want to say thanks for all the drivers participating. They, the competition out here, they make it what it is. Thanks for Ken, Jeffrey, Greg, all the admins that are involved here that put this together and, keep this going myself. And really, really appreciate you guys for, putting us on TV here. Appreciate you.
Super fun, man. Thank you very much.
Go get those top 2.
Working on it. Have a good night, Dan. Thanks.
See ya.
Kelly, the Buckshot Kazi, how you doing, man? What an awesome run.
Oh, man, I'm doing great. Yeah, that was a fun race.
Yeah, we were just looking at all the different drivers. The amount of lead laps is really cool to see. Like a lot of drivers with a single lap lead because you guys are all trying to share, those points and try to get that collective, to win the thing. And then with you guys had 3 cars out or 4 cars out on the red team. So with 4 of you being in the top 10, that'll help.
Yeah, we took a hit early. We were pretty much out of it there at the beginning. We had, I think, Outlaw fell out or something, had some issues with his internet, and then Primval blew an engine, I think, under caution, if I'm not mistaken, after the first caution. And then also Palmer didn't have a front end basically after the first caution. So we were hurting. Now, I got up there several times, only led 1 lap, and actually stayed out to lead that lap. That was under caution actually, but you've got to try to. I think a lot of people did that, but you got to really try to work together to try to get some of those laps led. And I think a lot of those guys, on my team led a lap. Alex was also involved in wreck. We had like 5 cars out from like lap 2, so we were just trying to do as best we could. So, but anyway, it was a real fun race, and with the little bit of us that we had left running after the carnage of the first caution, I thought we represented pretty well by going 1 and 2. And congratulations to John on this big victory.
Nice, man. Nice. Yeah, we've we talk about how these points get tallied, and yeah, I mean, I just noticed there too, John's got the most laps led as well, so there's an extra stack of bonus points for you guys as well. 4 cars in the top 10, 4 cars way down the bottom, but all the positions count, so it'll be fun to see the final tally.
Oh yeah, I think we'll be respectful. I don't think we'll, I think we had at one time we were the 5 that were running or 4 that were running were in the top 8. But, Blaine, at one time in the middle of that race, I think there were 4 of your cars to the left of me and 4 to the right. And I was like, man, them bright colors, I felt like I was at junior high 80s dance there, with those colors going on.
Brad said it was like a, what did you say? It was like a presidential escort?
Yeah, we just like you got top, bottom, back right corner. You were surrounded there.
Yeah, I was like, where these guys? There's first it was 4 on the bottom, and then I said, well, there's 4 up top. Where are these guys coming from?
Such a cool dynamic when you've got the team race, which is usually only 5 or 6 cars per team, I think, and then you've got this manufacturer style thing where it's 10 each. So there's so much more to pay attention to out there, and trying to share the spots and trying to get those bonus points. Very, very cool race to call.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's a neat idea. I don't know who came up with it. Probably Jeff. Jeffrey does a good job of having these events and whatnot. So, but it was a neat deal. It was a lot of fun racing.
Awesome, man. Do you want some final shout outs, some final words before we move up to John?
Yeah, I think my wife and my mom are watching the race. Shout out to them, and shout out to Nate for putting this on, sponsoring it, and you guys, as usual, outstanding job, and also Jeffrey, all he does. Jeffrey does a lot of work behind the scenes. A lot of people don't understand sometimes a lot of the work he does, but he does an excellent job. And actually decided not to race and let somebody else race us, being humble. And he just wants to put on a good show there, and I think it was. And like I said, I appreciate y'all, and it was congratulations once again to John and my teammates that were there tonight. Enjoyed racing with those guys. But anyway, good race.
Awesome. Thanks, Kelly, man. Have a good night.
Yep. Thanks, both.
Thank you.
There he is, the winner, John Godfrey. Watching you burn the house down, man.
Blaine, long time no talk.
Yeah. Well, if it's not in an email, it's on here usually. But yeah, with all the graphics and stuff you do, thank you, sir, for the textures and the signage and all that fun stuff that requires old software.
I was definitely in the minority tonight. I was the one Chevy that right up until the very end was unscathed. Appreciate Kelly giving me assistance there at the end. It was a crazy race.
Yeah, it was a crazy race. You guys lost like 2 or 3 of your guys within the first 5 laps. And then we mentioned it to Kelly too, like 4 of you in the top 10, plus you led the most laps. And, it'll be cool to see what happens. I was curious too about like the way that ended, because the angle we had on the broadcast, we were following the lead pack, which was you guys, over the line as the yellow came out, and you guys were past the start finish line when the yellow came up. And it looked to us like you guys got a full lap a full lap in a race back situation, but that wasn't the case.
It was in real time. It was too close for me to call Blaine, so I kept going, and I really didn't know whether we were racing back. I heard some guys farther back say, no, I definitely took the caution. And then I knew for sure when I started down the backstretch, my spotter's telling me to whoa up for the pace car. And I said, I definitely took it then. So I tried to communicate that to Kelly, but then everybody was bearing down and it became a mess in turn 3. But fortunately, we had enough time to get things sorted out again before it finished.
Right. That was weird because then we saw Grant basically pass everybody 5 wide and get first. I'm thinking, yeah, because the cars farther back would be trapped by the pace car. I always thought, say the first 10 cars get over the line before the flag comes out. I would think he would trap everybody from that point back, but those front 10 would get to run all the way around again, and then that's when you would get the wave around situation.
Right.
So to me, it looked on the replay like you guys were way past that line before the flag come up, because we were right on the flag guy. He didn't raise that yellow until the first 10, 15 cars were over the line. So, yeah, it was a little bit of confusion because then the game started squawking at you to slow down for the pace car. And we were watching you guys basically strolling to the line, letting him catch up because you almost lapped the pace car. So you guys had to wait for a while.
Yeah, it was real confusing for everybody there at the end.
Yeah, that was definitely fun to watch, though. And congratulations on the win, man. So hopefully Team Red, even though you lost a couple guys early, you guys looks like you're going to be up there in points still with this solid finish.
Yeah, it's a shame we had a couple of guys really tore up bad early on. But before I get off here, I just want to thank Jeff Elliott for putting all this together, and of course Nate Balser for his sponsorship of this race. Thank you, Nate. Just so much hard work goes into putting one of these things together, and you guys in the booth, Tarnation TV, we really appreciate you guys and your broadcasts.
Thanks, man. We love the work you do too, obviously with all the texture packs and stuff, and it's you're helping out the broadcast as well. So thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks, John. Congratulations again on first place win, and have yourself a good night.
Thank you, guys. You too.
Awesome.
Good night, bud.
There it is. John Godfrey, the winner. It's a wild finish. I'm looking at this like they lost. Okay, so down the bottom, if you can see on the broadcast here, I'm looking at the points. I'll zoom it in a bit. So you've got the 30s, right? So Prib now, he's out with a header. Greg, accident. Keith Bynum, accident. Nate Balser as well, obviously, unfortunately retired. And then Alex Moe, a lap down, running in 32nd. No other 30s until you get to the top 10. And then that's when you've got John and Kelly, and you've got Bob and Rodney in 7th and 8th. And then you've got Rodney leading a lap. Bob didn't, but Kelly did. So did John, and John led the most. So they've got 1st, 2nd, 7th, and 8th place points, plus 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 bonus points on laps led, 30 bonus points because there's an extra 5 for the most. So they basically did, you couldn't really done any better than that, having lost 3 or 4
under
guys.
The conditions and with everything, the way that everything shook out. No.
Yeah, what a good, cool race though, man. And it, I like Grant's explanation was like, you know what, Miles will just do it because all they're going to do is ask you to go back to 5th. Where if you didn't do it and you could have done it, maybe you would have won. But either way, it's weird how the game calls it. I thought the first 10 or 15 cars got past that flag, but like you said, these results are unofficial. They will go over the replays and see what actually happened, and then make the call. The race ended under yellow from that last yellow. So if they decide to lock it down, this whole order could be completely different. So yeah, stay tuned to the channel. We'll put up a short in the next couple of days showing you who actually won this thing. But yeah, man, PasadoSafeHaven.org. Thanks again for Nate for throwing down the money. And he chose them as the sponsor for this evening's event. And what an event it was.
Indeed.
Whew. You want to do this again tomorrow from Daytona International Speedway?
I was just about to ask you the same thing.
Ooh,
Yes.
Pretty please. Let's do it. For
I'll be
Kenny
here.
Tedder, the number 7 in tribute of Kenny Tedder. We will be here again tomorrow at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time with SMO Gaming Simulation and a whole bunch of other special events coming up here at Talladega Nights Racing League. Where is that advertisement for the Eliminator Series? Super cool looking thing. The King of Kings Eliminator, March 9th. Ken Roberts with 2 T's, apparently. I just realized I spelt that Kent Roberts.
Oh.
But make sure you contact Ken Roberts to sign up now if you are a driver and want to race in the Eliminator Series. That'll be super cool. Like I said before, we'll be watching the back of the pack in that race because they run a couple laps. Last couple cars will be asked to retire, and we keep on doing that until it's down to like 8 or 9 or 10. I don't know how it's going to work, but that's what happens. You can't be in last. Every few laps in this race, if you're last, you're going to be last to park it. And by the time we get to the end of the race, the field's going to be a lot smaller than how it started.
Yeah, WrestleMania of sorts. Not bad.
They always come up with a... I try to think of stuff like, I'm like, oh, cool, the team race thing. That's pretty neat. I've never really thought of that. And then we got the King of Kings, the bracket-style playoff event. And then they do the manufacturer races. And they do all these different styles of races. And then they come up with this thing. And I'm like, I never would have thought of that. That's super cool. So that'll be a lot of fun. That's a totally different style of broadcasting for us. Because we usually try to focus on the front of the pack. Now we're going to need to watch the back of the pack.
Right.
But then who wins? The guy in first. Right? That's the point. You don't want to be last.
You'll pay attention to the front when the front becomes the back. Basically, when everybody else is eliminated, that's when we're back up to the front, which is in fact also the back, which is don't fall behind.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's like say it's a 47 lap race, and then say they run the first 7 laps normal, and then that's when they start knocking guys off. So then it's like, okay, the guys, they run 47 at the beginning of like the 40th. The last 5 guys are asked to park. Then they run 5 more, and then 2 guys are to park, and then run 5 more, 2 guys to park. So we're watching the back of the race to see who's trying not to be last, see who's getting knocked out. And then you get down to like the last 15 laps. Now it's locked into the finish. Now we have to switch our focus from the back of the pack to the front of the pack to see who's going to win the race. So, and if they run, say they run 47 laps, but they run a 1X, they don't need to pit. So I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know if there's no pits. I don't know if there's no damage. I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe yellows are off. Maybe yellows are on. We don't really know all the details yet. The closer we get to the race, we'll find out more. It's definitely going to be cool.
Yeah, no, that will be a unique race for sure, and I look forward to seeing how that plays out.
Yeah, man. Well, like I said before, it's past my bedtime, and you've got your family to worry about, because when you don't, keep your hands strong, your brood gets out of hand. What I'm trying to say is the house could be on fire.
Slapping to do is what you're saying, right?
Yes.
No, I appreciate you trying to use the code words. It's all right. I only slap them when they need it, but boy, do they need it.
Oh, yeah. The house could be
gonna hurt me more than it'll hurt you. I'm just kidding.
Half your stuff could be sold already. You don't even know. You've been down here for 2.5 hours.
Right? All of a sudden, where did everybody go? They changed the locks and locked me in.
Joke's on you, sucker. Beer fridge is full.
Home Alone, adult style. Woo.
Yeah, why not, right? Anyway, man, as always, thanks for helping me out with this stuff. It's always a riot. And
that's fun, man.
I'll jump on Discord here after, and I'll send you that executable.
Yeah, that's good.
It won't work, so don't get your hopes up. But hey, it's worth a try.
You know what? Might as well.
Yep. Awesome, man. Well, if the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy. Keep your stick on the ice.
And make sure you get 8 hours of sleep and drink your water, or drink some beer and 4 hours of sleep. Whatever. You do you. I'm not your boss.